Uh-oh. All right, everybody. I'll be coming on in a minute. Let's get my picture up there. Oh, cameras. Hey, there I am. Hold on. Let's get... let's see. There's a certain amount of hesitation here. All right. There's some music going. Wake up, everybody. Let's go. Let's go. Let's wake up. Woo! It's only been 4 weeks, guys. Hello, everybody. All right. All right. I am back. And you might notice that Paul's not in yet. We'll get him in a minute. He's sleeping it off a little bit. He'll be in soon. Yeah, you don't get a whole lot of cold in Darrow. Not in Dumageddon. We're not getting a whole lot. Oh, my phone's going off. Hold on, I gotta shut off my alarm, guys. Hold on. Hopefully you can hear me. Alarm. Where the hell's the alarm? Come on. Alarm. Dismiss. Okay. That's good. Oh, I'm getting texts too. Great. San Francisco. I miss the U.S. I'll be honest. I really do miss the U.S. I ain't going back, especially to San Francisco or to Oregon. I miss Oregon. I went there as a kid. Used to go there camping in Oregon, but those were the days, my friends. Morning from Cebu City, IT Park. Hey, Tito. Hello, Tito. Let's see. We got Bruce. Hello, Bruce. We got Nashville checking in. Rick. Hello, Rick. The boss man, my friend. Anyway, we got Nashville sounds cold. I don't miss the snow, I'll be honest with you. Let's see. We got Ken from Colorado. I bet it's snowy there, too. Ugh, don't like the snow. My son lives in Colorado Springs. I spent a winter there and shoveled snow. First time ever. Last time ever. So, anyway, Paul will be here in a little bit. We've got an empty chair. He's running a little late. He says he needs to sleep in. So it's been about a month, guys. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody see me? I hope so. It's kind of funny. They keep changing YouTube controls. I've been gone for a month. They changed everything, the format and everything, so it took me a minute to figure this out. But let me know if you guys are seeing me and hearing me, because they don't actually show me what you're seeing. This is very weird. I don't know why. I need coffee. Big news is mostly precious metals, of course. I was a gold refiner for 47 years. Had my own refinery. Look and sound fine? Okay, great. Thank you, Ken. So I know a lot about gold and silver. I used to do the gold and silver report in Las Vegas. It was the Goldfinger Gold and Silver Report on a radio station there. I did that for about 2-3 years back in the day. So I told people buy silver, but it only took another 25 years for something to happen. New Jersey sounds good. Thank you, sir. Checking my. I got to come off here and check my volume on OBS. So I use a complicated system. Don't ask why. It's just better sound, better picture, but I got to switch between OBS and YouTube to see what's going on. Start talking. Take the knee pads off. So also lost some weight, as you can tell. Maybe a little bit thinner in the face. Tummy's going too. And I'm feeling a lot better. I've lost 80 pounds, believe it or not, on Retta, which is a peptide. Unfortunately, can't get it to the States so far. I've shipped a couple packages, and I know it takes 3 or 4 months. If Alex is watching, I don't think he got his package yet. I believe he's in Florida. And but it does take, when I checked on it, it does take three to 4 months to get packages through customs into the States. Oh, I don't think I need this anymore. So let's take that off. I won't get a headache. All right, so well, hopefully we might be able to ship into the States. The problem with shipping into the States is not that the fact that it's peptides. That isn't the problem. The problem is President Trump put on tariffs on anything going in from the Philippines. There's a tariff now, any product. So, I got to change this. I got to change that right there. I see a problem. Let me go fix that. And I'm going to keep talking to you while I adjust something. Let's see. We're going to correct the host camera here. We need to move me over. And I got to move over it myself. So let me go centered. There we go. All right. That's a little better. Move me over just a hair. All right. There we go. So anyway, because there's tariffs now on anything coming in from the Philippines, any products or anything like that, they don't want to collect the taxes that is due to the U.S., which is federal level. So none of the shipping companies will take anything but regular papers, legal papers. They won't ship any products right now into the U.S. I kind of snuck this one through, but I can't continue sneaking because I kind of hid it amongst papers. And the first time I tried with some shirts that says, from Dumagetti, and all I got was this lousy Dumagetti shirt. And I tried with a purse, a bamboo purse or something like that, a stitched purse. And they wouldn't take it because they said, no, because there's tariffs, so we can't send anything that's new or even used. They don't want to send anything physical other than paper. So then I went back and tried it with a few different shippers with papers to hide it in there. And they search the boxes now, literally, even though it's all taped up and sealed. I don't care if it's glued or what. They'll tear it open, search everything, and then seal it back up before they ship. And, of course, they find product. They don't care if it's they don't care if it's peptides. They don't care if it's backwater or anything like that. What they care about is what's the value, and they can't collect the tax on it, so they won't ship it. And so it's like Gestapo here. So that's the problem. I can't send anything without hiding it, and that's not a way to run a good business. 240. Yeah, Tesamorellin's good. Hello, Rick. I use Tesamorelin at night to help lose weight and sleep better. Delta Chris, been a while. 80 pounds. Yeah, I'm down 80. Still need about 40, 50. Let's see. I'm at 99 kilos. It's like under 120, I think. 99 times 2.2. I mean, it's 220. I wish I was 120. If I was 120, I'd be a Filipina. So I'm under 220. So I'm at 218 right now. And I want to get down to 185. Minus 185. So I got 33 pounds to go. And I'm not working out, which is a no-no. So I need to start going to a gym and working out. I've been doing a little bit of stretching and exercises, but honestly, I hate exercise and I hate going to the gym. I just got this mental block on gyms. I'll join and then think it's going to work without me going, And I've joined so many gyms in my life, and then very rarely will go. Maybe first 1 week or 2 weeks, and then it's like, maybe tomorrow, mañana. So I'm afraid I'm going to do that again. I hate gyms. I hate it. So maybe, I don't know if they x-ray the packages or I don't think they can x-ray all of them. There's so many hundreds of thousands of packages that come in, but I don't know. Maybe it's automatic now, and there's x-ray machines that are a continuous belt, and probably automatically, the way it is today, they don't have to hand inspect anything. Yes, I missed, I haven't done any videos. I have several people that wanted to do videos, but I had a problem with the studio because they changed everything on YouTube, and all at the same time, all the way the setups are. And then while I was gone, I don't know what happened. My whole setup went down. I had to redo everything, the cameras, the sound, I don't know what happened. I have no idea. But while I was gone for a week in Vietnam. And while I was gone, I don't know, everything went to haywire. So I had two guys in here, and we were going to do an interview, and I couldn't get anything to work. And I said, okay, we'll have to have you come back. They're still in town. They'll come back. Yeah, I miss the videos too. Side effects. Well, I take 10, 3, 6, 9. I take 10 peptides right now. Side effects are if you take too many peptides all at once, or specific side effects can happen on any peptide. So yes, usually the side effects are only in the first use in the first week. So on Retta, a side effects, which is the side effect is actually losing weight. That is the side effect. And if you take too much, you're going to be constipated, and you're going to lose too much weight, and you're not going to feel good. So that's the actual side effects. Retatrutide is actually designed, they had the semaglutide, which is Ozempic, and then they had Wegovy, which is the trizepatide, second generation, and then the third generation is retatrutide. And it has, each one they added another amino acid to it. So Retta has 3 amino acids, and one of them is actually glucagon, is the last one they added. So it has GIP-1, GLP, and glucagon, which dissolves visceral fat. And that's the big thing, visceral fat. That's a tough one to get rid of, even in exercising. So that was a really good one, the retatrutide. And I don't think you can get it in the States unless you go on to clinic trials. And I know it's very expensive there, and it's very, very cheap here. You don't need clinic trials here. But the problem is you take too much, you're constipated for a few days. But after a week, it goes away. You have to watch your blood pressure medicine because it'll lower your blood. The way retatrutide the way it was designed was to lower your blood pressure and your blood sugar. And my blood pressure and blood sugar dropped dramatically in the 3rd month. It takes about 3 months for a peptide to actually typically work, except for the side effect was immediate on weight loss. And on that one, you have to watch it because your medication you take for blood pressure, blood sugar, will take you below normal, but a peptide will just take you to normal, okay? It won't take you below. So if you take a lot of retatrutide, you take too much or whatever, you may be constipated. You won't eat anything for a week or two, but you won't get sick or ill. But the problem is if you're continuing to take your medicine, it won't take you below. If you're not on any medicine at all for blood pressure, blood sugar, it won't take you below normal because it just brings you to normal, which would be roughly 120/70, okay? And but if you take medicine with it, the problem is it'll take you below normal. And I had that problem, okay? I didn't realize it, and I wasn't checking as often. I got back from Vietnam, and I took my retatrutide, and then I checked my blood pressure, and it was already, before I took my medicine, it was already at 100. Don't remember what the systolic was. Or was it the diastolic? I don't remember which one. But the top number was 100, and the lower number was already below 60, like 55. And I'm like, oh, and then I took my medicine first, and then I checked it. And I'm going, oh, no. Because the medicine will take you down to the point where you get dizzy. You'll go down to 60, 70, over 40 or 50, which is exactly what happened, and I got dizzy. And I had to just sit back and relax for the day and just drink a lot of water and eat some food. Basically, you eat a little bit of food. You don't want to overreact, so I didn't eat anything sweet. Anyway, so I'm not on any medications anymore except for natural supplements. I take CoQ10 and a vitamin. Constipated for 3 days. Oh, yeah, life in the Philippines. Well, and you know what? You're not going to be in pain, Mr. Life in the Philippines, with Denny. You won't be in any pain. You'll eventually go. It'll be a hard push. It'll be a tough bowel movement, to be honest with you. You could also take not a diuretic. You guys can help you out with it. I can't think of it. There's something you could take that help you get a bowel movement. You take one at night and in the morning you go. It's just usually the first week, or if you take too much, even in the second or third week. Usually after you're on it for 3 weeks, that's not going to be an effect anymore, so you'll get over that. There's your side effects. So, Denny, I'm taking retatrutide, which is a peptide, 3rd generation peptide. and you take a shot technically every 6 days. You could take it once a week, but it works in your system every 6 days. So that's why I take one shot every 6 days. I could start at a low dose and go up to alleviate the side effects of Beta. Yes, you don't want to lose weight quick, Rick. So what you do is what I do with everybody now, and I do have people I help and explain to them. We now have, I'm available Tuesdays and Saturdays. It got to be a little crazy, okay? I had hundreds of people asking me questions about it here in the Philippines and abroad. And so what you want to do is start on 1 milligram or less. If you're a Filipina and you weigh 60, 70 kilos or something like that, you start on 0.5 milligram. And I have Filipinas that are taking it. And you start, but if you're a big guy, just start on 1 milligram. There's a starter package. The starter package costs 5,000 pesos, which is about, what, $80, I think? Let's see, 6,000 is $100, so 6,000 pesos is about $100. And you just start on 1 milligram for the first week or 6 days. And best if you go every 6 days. And then, depending on how much weight you lost, if anything, you could go up from there. And every person is different. Some people need to go up a lot, all the way to 5 milligrams. Some people will stay at 1 milligram or go just to 1.5 milligrams. Everybody's different, and you never know. So yeah, you want to start on the first week low dose so you don't have any side effects. You don't get the constipation, or you could get a very slight headache for about 3 hours. I mean, everybody's a little different. You could get a dry mouth. There's a lot of different things you could get, but if all you have to lose is 15 pounds, you would start on 1 milligram in a 15 milligram bottle, so you have 15 doses, which is good for almost 15 weeks, about 14 weeks, if it's every 6 days. And you will increase on the second or third week, but bottom line, you're good for 8. I always tell people that you're good for at least 6 to 8 weeks, even if you increase your dose. So Metamucil works. You can take Metamucil with it. It's fiber. And you can take that with it. It'll help you. But unfortunately, if you do take Metamucil with retatrutide, it will stop you from going to the bathroom. So you don't want to do that and think it's going to help you poop. It ain't. It's going to stop you from pooping. Go look it up. You do not want to take Metamucil in the beginning because you'll really get bound up. Old Dog's coming. He's coming about 45 minutes. He said he has to sleep in. He's going to be here at 10 o'clock. So Old Dog will be here. Once you hit your target weight, what will your dose be for the maintenance? Okay, so your maintenance is going to drop back down. So you're slowly going to go back off so you're not losing weight. You want to maintain. And that's different, again, for every person. It depends on whether you're on 5 grams, 10 grams, 15 grams a week. I mean, you could be anything. So, but what you do is you back off slowly, and over a period of 4 months, you'll use less and less. And at that point, you've retrained your mind, eyes, and stomach. And eventually, you might continue. Some people may continue on with 0.5 milligram every other week, or you may completely stop. It just kind of depends on the person, and everybody's different. So some people can stop and just watch their weight. If they're gaining weight, they can go back on a little bit. Hey, Dan. How you doing, Dan? So that's Retta. It works great. I've lost 80 pounds. I'm now losing about 1 kilo, which is 2.2 pounds a week. It's not as fast, but that's okay. You know, it adds up because 2.2 pounds in a month is nearly 10 pounds. So it's pretty good. It's good enough for me. And like I said, I think I have 30 pounds to lose, 35 pounds to lose. That's all. More. Clothes don't fit. Really, I had to get new clothes. I had to get new underwear. Even my shoes shrank. I may have to go get new shoes because my laces are tight all the way up to where they can get tight. I had to get a new belt. I was putting holes in my old belt. I kept putting holes. And eventually, I just got another belt, and I had them put extra holes in it. And now I'm already at the last notch. Thank you. Thank you, Dan. I really noticed the weight loss difference on your video with old dog returning from Vietnam. Yeah, that was a couple weeks ago. Love Vietnam. Yeah, it shows up in my face a lot more. My stomach, I still got a stomach, but I guarantee it's gone down because I keep tightening notches on my belts. So, thank you, Joe. Appreciate it. So everybody's welcome to be here. Appreciate it. We got 154 views. Don't forget to hit the like button. Got to say that. I got to say that. So what do we want to talk about? We want to talk about gold and silver. You want to talk about Vietnam? What's everybody interested in? And then Paul will be here. It'll probably be a whole different subject. We'll probably talk more about the Philippines. Let me turn off his microphone. Let's see. We don't need the echo on his. So hopefully you guys can still hear me. I think I have my microphone on, his off. Paul will be here 10 o'clock, so a little bit before, baby. Stomach fat is always last, especially when you got a big stomach. Is there any peptide that can help retract or reshape loose skin? Well, no, that's not a purpose of a peptide. Doing stretching exercises, doing Zumba or stretching on a mat, yoga helps, or going to the gym and working out a little bit, any of that your skin will, if you don't have a lot of weight to lose, like if you lose, like I'm losing 100 pounds or more, that's not going to give you a whole bunch of skin like you see in the videos that you watch on TV. If you lost 200 or 300 pounds, yeah, you're going to have a bunch of excess skin. You're going to have surgery to remove it. But like maybe I have a little bit of a wobbly arm, and I did have a turkey neck, but it kind of went away already. So I have one person wants gold and silver, life in the Philippines, Denny. And I have Rick wants to talk about Vietnam, and Delta Chris wants both. All right, so Vietnam was really cool. I liked it. We may talk about this again with Paul, as he might bring it up. Vietnam is extremely cheap, guys. Oh my God. I thought Philippines was a blessing. Vietnam is probably 40% cheaper, maybe half of Philippines. So when you come to the Philippines, you're going to save, it's got to be 60% cheaper than the U.S., maybe 66% cheaper. It's literally a third of the price of the USA. You can get everything you want online. You can get Amazon if you want, but now they're charging taxes because there's import fees both ways. But there's other sites out of China, which is Lazada, Shein, Shopee, several others, Temu. There's a few, and it's even cheaper if you go directly to China and order things. And I've become an expert on Lazada. I love Lazada. I spend a fortune on Lazada every month. I'm probably one of their best customers. So, and if you want to check out, if you're traveling and you want to come here, check out Vietnam first, because once you get here, you're not going to want to leave. Not much English. Great food, healthy food. Okay, they got the bao, which is a soup, boiled soup with seasonings and vegetables and fish, chicken, pork, or shrimp or shellfish or anything. Very healthy. And they also have sandwiches that are healthier, I'll be honest with you. They put a lot of vegetables. Their vegetables are very clean and fresh, and their fruit is incredible. Sweetest fruit, most natural fruit I haven't had since I was a kid. I can't even get fruit like that here. Strawberries taste like they used to 50, 70 years ago, seriously. Like, just sweet and juicy and flavorful strawberries. Like they actually use fertilizer in their land, and it hasn't been over-farmed. Vietnam is incredible. Now, I wish I had more time, even though I had a week there. I would have gotten some artwork shipped over here, because they do a lot of hand artwork with seashells and gems and stones in three-dimensional plaques for the walls, or plates, or utensils, or just gorgeous stuff. Cheap. It's like, I'm trying to remember now. It's like several million baht to the it's not baht, that's Thailand. Several million dong to the $100 bill. It's, as I remember, it's 26 26,400 dong to the dollar, to the dollar, U.S. dollar, and you could buy a kilo of fruit, which is 1,000 grams of fruit, which is a basket full of bananas, oranges, grapes, strawberries. I mean, more than you could possibly eat for a family in a day. And it's literally like $1.25, 30,000 dong. Cheap. I couldn't believe how cheap. I went there with $100 bills because I had a feeling, I was told actually, that my card might not work there from the Philippines at the ATMs. And it didn't. My ATM card would not work there. I couldn't get it to work. So a friend of mine, Dean, gave me, well, he didn't give me, but he loaned me 10 $100 crisp, brand new $100 bills. And that came in handy. So I took, I figured, well, I don't think I want to do the whole $1,000. Let's try four $100 bills. And I tried that. I went to a bank there, and they spoke English. At least the people at the bank did, the girl did. And I said, I want to exchange this. And I ended up with like 14 million dong. Like the biggest bill was 500,000. The problem is they don't use commas. Okay, so a 50,000, it's very easy to confuse a 50,000 with 500,000 because it's only one more zero. Okay, and when you look at the bill, 10,000 versus 1,000, it's only one more zero, and it's very confusing when you look at their money and you're like, what the hell is this? You're trying to count the zeros because they don't have a comma every three zeros. I mean, it's just weird. But I ended up with a huge amount of a dong, and I brought back a huge amount of dong, and I paid for my hotel, which was cheap, $25 a night. I paid it in dong. It was a couple million for a week, and I think it was about $25 or $25. Actually, it wasn't a hotel; it was an apartment. I had a whole apartment to myself. Nice, modern apartment, washer and dryer, full kitchen, full utensils, plates, cooking tools, a stove, kitchen sink, glasses, you name it. It was all there. Split aircon and wardrobe, king-size bed in the bedroom, glass shower. I mean, it was nice. And they provided me with towels and everything. So it was pretty cool to stay at an apartment. I would recommend that one again. If anybody needs to hit me up, if anybody needs to know the name of the place, it was cool. It was an accident that I got that place because the first place I rented, they canceled on me. It was a hotel. It was in District 1, which is downtown. And it was a little bit more money, but I thought I wanted to be within walking distance of everything. But as I found out, it's very, like every downtown, it's a little bit dirtier and a lot noisier. So I'm glad they canceled. They literally canceled on me the night before and left me hanging. And I quick had to find another place. And so even though it cost me more than it would have, say, 2 or 3 months beforehand, it was still cheaper than the hotel, and it was nicer. And that was in District 4, which is just outside of District 1. And you could take buses, or they have Grab cab drivers, and they don't charge very much. I got, they'd hold up their hand 10, and I'm going 10 million, 10,000, I don't know, because. And I just opened my wallet, and they'd pull out say a 10,000, which is nothing. I mean, 10,000 dong is nothing for a ride into the city, And I'd give the guy another 5,000 because 15,000 is like 50 cents. I mean, just ridiculous. I don't know. It's so cheap. All right, you got to remember the colors. The color. Well, I didn't get that yet because I've been in Mexico. Mexico has colors. Been in the Philippines, it has colors and different size bills. Which part of Vietnam? Well, I cover that. I'm hearing good things. Da Nang is very nice. Now, I went to Ho Chi Minh City, which is Saigon. Wait a minute, let me go back a little bit. I missed a few. So, I'm interested in going back to the Philippines, but not looking forward to dealing with gold diggers. Well, not everybody's a gold digger here. You can find some really good Filipino girls that are very sweet and nice. I have, and several other people have. Bob Rush here. I came by last summer. We had a great time. Cool. So, hi, how you doing, Bob? So I was in Ho Chi Minh City. I did not go to Da Nang and Dalat. Da Nang and Dalat are the two top tourist locations, and they're a little bit more upscale and nicer. But I didn't go there as a tourist to look at Vietnam. I just went there to go as a visa run. And probably, I'm going to be honest, about 7 days, 8 nights. 7 days or 8 days in Ho Chi Minh was a bit too much. After third or fourth day, I was ready to leave. But the ticket would have been 3 times the price to go home early. So, and everybody's hitting me up and sending me messages. I was getting messages because I had Wi-Fi in the apartment. And everybody's hitting me up for peptides. And I'm going, well, I'll be back in a week, So, yeah, anyway. Da Nang's very good, and also Dalat. Okay. Of the bills. The colors of the bills, yeah, okay. Peptides, we talked about them. I was taking Monjaro, yeah. I am taking a product by Live Conscious called Live Conscious, collagen peptides full of amino acids. I use a flavor hazelnut in my coffee. It's good for skin. All right, that's cool. The thing is, a best way to take a peptide is actually by injection. You can get peptides in a pill form or a powder form, but your body will only absorb a percentage of the peptide, through your intestines. It has to be absorbed through your intestines. So when you get a peptide and you take it orally, not going to be as good. Just to let you know. Is there a red light district? And I'm assuming being in Vietnam. If there was, I didn't see it. I don't know. I'm sure there is. Of course, every country has a red light district. I heard it from a friend who said that they were in Vietnam and they were hit up by girls left and right that wanted to sleep with them. Nobody did that for me. Guess I just didn't fit the bill. They don't get young girls looking for old guys in Vietnam, unless it's for money. You have no coins. Do they not have coins? I think they actually did have coins. I can't remember now. Maybe you're right. I never thought about that. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. They don't have coins? I think you might be right. They don't have coins. When I visited Nha Trang, the airport was 45 minutes away. I tipped the guy $500. Wow. Which is only $20. Okay. And his eyes lit up. I bet he gave me his business card and told me to call him when he get back. Yeah, because you're a big spender. 500. Nobody gets $500K bill for anything. I mean, I had meals there in Vietnam that were $1, and I ordered 2 meals once because my eyes are still bigger than my stomach. Well, almost. And literally, it was 50,000 baht per meal, per MEAL meal, and that's 100,000. Okay, no, I keep saying baht. Sorry, guys. 100,000 dong, and 100,000 dong is roughly $4. It was enough food for 3 or 4 people. It was ridiculous. And even though I had a refrigerator, I don't eat much food, so I didn't even take it home. I left it. It was a shame because it was shrimp and vegetables and a salad. It was just a great meal. After that was my first meal. I spent 100,000 dong. After that, I realized, okay, you're not going to spend more than 50,000, which is $2. That's more than you could eat. A bowl of soup with fish, shrimp, or whatever, is a buck and a quarter. When you're $20 or like $100 to them, you feel like well, yeah, you are basically a billionaire to them. I hired a guide, Luna. She was very nice, young. She took me around to the different places in District 1 downtown, and she spoke perfect English, and she also spoke, obviously, Vietnamese. And she handled the taxi driver, which I paid, and she was nice, and we saw some of the places. We hired the taxi driver for half a day. I figured, half a day, 4 hours would probably be enough. I think we went a little over. If I remember right, I gave him 150,000 dong. Don't ask me. Divided by 26. So what is that? $4, $5, $6? And then I gave him another 50,000 tips. So $8 for a whole day. It was an electric car. Interesting. They're big on electric cars there. Motorcycles, oh my God. You think there's scooters here? Ridiculous. Okay. And they don't have streetlights where you cross where they say walk, don't walk. They don't even in District 4 or downtown. Very few streetlights. A few more in downtown, but not so much in the outskirts. And you just take your chances. It's like Froggy, playing the Froggy game. I mean, they go right within 6 inches of you in a car. There's a few cars, mostly motorbikes. They don't care. They'll go around you. They'll go right over you. Hey, Gold, man, starting at the top at 1.5 speeds, stuck working 24 hours a day. Do you find, that's Alex, hello, Alex. Joe, do you find yourself having a lot of extra skin hanging? No, I don't have a whole lot of extra. Any thoughts for me? All you have to do is do stretching. You could do yoga. You could do walking. You could do into the gym and do aerobics and stuff like that. No, that's all something that you would see on TV or a video where a person lost 200-300 pounds. You know, like my big fat. Well, I don't know what they call it, but you know, when they have like they're 500 pounds, they go down to 150 or 200. Yeah, and then you have to have surgery to remove skin like that. But I don't have that problem, and most people would have that problem if you're just losing, let's say, 100 pounds or less. That's what I need to lose. I'm going to lose like 110 or 20 pounds total. What's up, Goldfinger? Keeping it up with the gibbies, huh? What's a gibby? Trump supporter here in New Mexico. Is that a good thing, bad thing? You know, Trump's making a lot of changes. I don't know if I can keep up with his changes. So, you know, I'm sure there's plenty of Trumpers here, and I honestly wanted Trump, but he was the only best choice to make based on who was running up against him. It wasn't like, oh yeah, Trump will cure the world. He's the best guy in the world. No, he's old. He's bossy. He has a past just like everybody else. One thing I liked about it is he didn't need the money. And he isn't doing it for fame because he's already been a president for 4 years. So the one thing I liked was he wasn't a seasoned politician, you know, he was the better of the 2 or 3 choices we had. So I'm glad Trump's in there, but you know, he's going to be 80, I think, next year. I think he's 80. Yeah, I think he's 80 next year. He'll be 82 by the time if he leaves office. If he goes in office again, he'll be 86 by the time he does another 4 years. And I think that honestly is too old for a president of the U.S. However, he was the best choice we had, and he's just doing a lot of changes. I mean, he's way ahead of everybody else on energy and thoughts, and he's changing so many things. People don't like change. I mean, we just don't. We need to absorb it, accept it, see what's going to happen. And he's making changes every week. It's quite a bit. Hold on a second. I need a coffee. And there's just so many changes. Now, I know the tariffs, everybody's freaking out about the tariffs, but obviously they're working out. And a lot of things he's done is working out, and it's great. Well, yeah, he can be a president again. I hate to tell you. We all know this. Well, actually, he can be president again. The law says, if you read the constitutional law, it says that you cannot be consecutive president twice in a row. It does not say you can't, or 3 times. It doesn't say you could be you can't have third term. It doesn't specifically say you can't have a third term. It says that you can't have 2 consecutive terms and go for a third. So actually he can, and he's probably going to fight that in court, but I don't think he should be president again. Hey, Goldfinger, husband and I are watching here. Hello, husband and wife. Bing. I had friends and coworkers Vietnamese, so I know the style, cleanliness, and language. If I were a single man, I would choose Filipino better. Well, you know, and the problem is Philippines is not as good at food as Vietnam, but the good part is they speak English. So, and there are nice cities in Manila that are very high-end cities that are just like being in the U.S. or Europe. Only thing is you're not saving any money because they're very expensive, you know, obviously. Yeah, screw Obama. Sorry. Yeah, I hope that was a joke. On this channel, yeah, Biden, Obama, Dr. Fauci, and a few others like Omar, it could go to hell. Now I said it, okay? If you don't want to be a subscriber, that's fine. I can't deal with anybody who's a liberal. Sorry. My son's a liberal. We don't talk. It's a shame. Okay, we're going to go on to metals. We're not going to go on to politics. That's a touchy subject, but you know how I feel. And I got to get, pretty soon, Paul should be here soon. Oh, another 20 minutes, actually. All right. You guys have been watching precious metals? Anybody? Have you been investing in gold, silver? Are you buying SLV, GLD, which is a paper investment, which I don't strongly recommend. In fact, I strongly recommend you don't buy SLV or GLD. There's others you can buy that actually have the physical silver and gold. I don't know about that, Joe. I don't know. You know, only hear. Here's the thing: when there's negative news, that's what you hear about. You don't hear the positive. So people play up the negative because it gets SILV. Yeah, there's one. That's a good one. Because I've got GLD and BTG, a gold mining company. Excellent choice. Gold mining company. There's a few of them that you can invest in. Silver mining, it would even be better because there's more leverage and opportunity in silver right now. Not too many silver mines that are specific for silver. Most of them, silver is a byproduct in the mining industry. But there are some in Mexico, and I got to be honest with you, if you invested in mining stock, especially silver, or even if it's gold and silver, you'll do better than actually buying the metal. So that would be my suggestion. I have a couple friends that bought silver stock, and they're making, every time it goes up $5, they're making $50,000 every time it goes up. If they sold it. Obviously, you don't make anything unless you sell it. Silver's at 116, gold's at 54.36, and that's only probably the States, David. Go into Shanghai or a few other places. I'm going to look on my phone, as I do have Shanghai. And you're going to be shocked because China now is buying silver at about $128 an ounce. We got $146 an ounce right now in Shanghai for silver. The U.S. is still holding back. All right, I hit a subject. Here we go. I bought Peter Schiff's gold fund at 10. It's about 80% gold, 20% silver. That's cool. I just went and read the 22nd Amendment, and I am correct. No, you're not. He could fight it in court. Sorry. But I don't want him to be president again, so sorry. The Obama comment refers to your opinion that a president can run for his third term. Well, he already did through Biden anyway, as long as they are not consecutive. Well, he already had his third term through Biden, because Biden obviously didn't make any decisions on his own. God, he was a loser. Gold to silver ratio at 46 right now, so I'm buying gold. Well, honestly, there's more leverage than silver. So imagine gold's going to double to, say, 10,000. Okay, we're at, he said, 54.36. So imagine gold goes to 11,000. That's a big jump for gold. Okay, 10,000 is a big ceiling to break through. But silver can easily go to 300. Okay, it could double. It could go higher than that, because it's even though it's not as valuable as gold, it's actually used more than gold. There's plenty of gold sitting in safes around the world. Okay, storage. There's always a shortage of silver year after year. Silver is used in electronics and a lot of other industry things, medical, plastics. So the thing is, there's a use for silver where there isn't a whole lot of use for gold. Gold's mostly a dormant. As far as supply and demand, silver is the way to go. Silver is in demand. There isn't enough supply. It's as simple as that. Let's see. Where do you see gold and silver by year end? Oh, man. I don't have the crystal ball. Okay, I'm sorry, man. I just don't have a crystal ball. I see. Got messages here. So no crystal ball. I already said silver is going to go over 150, and I thought it would happen this month. It's probably going to happen next month. so I'm a little ahead of my schedule. What is it around? It's almost one. It's at 1:15 going up. So anyway, so silver could easily go over 150 by the year's end this year. VZLA is a silver mining stock that owns mines in Mexico, Canada, and South America. There you go. 12 miners were killed off a mine this week. 12 miners were kidnapped. Oh, I'm sorry, killed. 12 miners were kidnapped off a mine this week in Venezuela, and it dumped 16%. Why were they kidnapped? That's kind of weird. You have to explain that one. I haven't read that one. I haven't seen that. Old Dog's coming. He said he'd be here at 10, so you got 15 minutes, guys, for Old Dog. He's sleeping in. He goes, just give an opening act. I'm the opening act for Old Dog, which is cool. He's cool. So it's been a while since he's been here, and though I like the lives with Old Dog, I don't think he likes them. Though he's the one that said he wanted it. That's why I built this place mostly. While I built the studio, but it's okay. He'll be here. Anyway, let's see. I got to, gold's going to go up for sure. Silver's going to go up more in comparison percentage-wise. Physical silver now comes with high premiums due to limited inventory and dealer risk. Well, of course. That's normal. It did it before, even when it went from 25 to 30. The auto pen. Old Dog is on Filipino time, pretty much. Did you talk about peptides? Yeah. I just arrived. Well, we did talk first off about peptides, yeah. So I'm on 10 peptides right now. Wow. 5-amino 1MQ, TB500, BPC 157, GHKCU, retatrutide, of course, tesamorelin, SS SLU PP332, AOD 9604 with ipamorelin. I'm on quite a few. And NAD plus. You guys can send me a email. You could always use the email pinned at the top, but actually the email for peptides is goldfingerbiolabs@gmail.com. So Goldfinger Biolab, BIOLAB. Oh, hold on. We got to open up a. Hold on, guys. We got to open up a camera here, and here we go. There's the man. There he is. Oh yeah, Einstein's got to see. Grab him. Yeah, you got to say hi to Einstein. Bring him up. I forgot he was in here. He's so quiet. Guess who's here?
Hi, everybody.
All right, we're going to drop this down. We got your camera up. Make sure that you can hear Paul. Let me know how the sound is. And Paul, Old Dog, is in the house. Hello, Daddy Paul. How are you? You're looking good. We've been talking about peptides, got through that. And the ebook, of course. I know you love the ebook. Yeah. Yeah. And then we were on gold and silver, of course.
I'm going to get you a little puppet.
Yeah. I need a...
You have a shirt that says peptides.
Peptides? I should...
Peptide, it can be your
I already missed... The first shirt has to say, have you got the... On the back, it's got to say, did you get the ebook? And on the front, it says peptides with a question mark. You got to get those shirts now.
Yeah, that's way the easy writer.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Good. Glad to see you. Did you get your coffee? You want me to ask somebody to get your coffee?
Could use a coffee.
All right. I'll send a message. Let's see. Here's comments. You're going to get some comments. Fix his sound. Okay. What's wrong with the sound? You got to say more than fix it. Wait. Here we go. Here's the sound. Sorry, guys. I had your microphone off. Okay. Now you can say hello. I got it. Thank you, guys. Cannot hear Paul. All right. I got it. Sorry, guys. Anyway,
how many people are here?
We got 218 viewers already. I don't know where the hell they put the. They keep changing this stupid system here. Where do they put the likes anymore? I don't even know. Oh, maybe viewer activity.
I don't understand anything that you do here.
I don't know. It's just I don't know. Viewer activity is nothing. Okay, great. I don't know. Analytics, no. Stream settings. Okay, concurrent viewers of 79, likes are 30. Hey, guys.
79 people here.
Yeah, hit the
That's
like
what
button.
you got.
All right, so there we are.
Do I need to be closer to this thing?
All right. I'm sorry?
Do I need to be closer to this microphone?
I don't know. Can you? I got to go back to OBS to see your. Go ahead and say a few words, and I'll tell you.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, you can be up a little bit.
All right.
Let's turn you up a little. Go ahead and say a few more words.
Hello,
say
hello,
testing.
hello.
That should be okay now.
Not good? All right.
Yeah, is everybody here, Paul? Okay, they'll tell us.
So what I miss?
Like I said, we're talking about Vietnam, peptides. A little bit about Vietnam. I liked Vietnam. You know,
I
it's just
like it
the
too.
flight there and back sucked.
Yeah.
Pacific. What is it? Philippines. What's it called?
Philippine Airlines or Cebu Pacific?
Cebu
Yeah.
Pacific sucks.
No, they're the worst.
Yeah, they're horrible. And then Manila, big mistake to go in or out of Manila.
Absolutely.
It was 3 hours plus every time I got it. The lines were ridiculous, and the crowds, and everybody waiting in line, and one line after another line after another line to get through there. It was.
Yeah, I've had nothing good happen at Manila.
I will never do that again. I
Cebu's
learned my
cool.
lesson. Yeah, Cebu is better, or you go to Clark. I heard.
Clark's supposed to be the bomb.
Yeah, it's supposed to be nobody goes there, so it's
Yeah.
good.
Real modern, efficient. you
Here's
know.
the guys talking to us from Dubai. Hello, Dubai. They say everything's good. I like the settle down already. Actually facing each other. Yes, we are facing each other. I actually have a line here. I can get rid of that line, but we're actually on either side of a table, guys. Separate cameras. All right.
So what's new here in the studio?
I have more awards from schools. That's about it. We don't have any music playing, but
Looks like my room when I was in junior high.
So what's new with you?
Oh man, I came off of 3 days of food poisoning early this week.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Ooh.
What was that about?
That was a bad piece of something I ate or drank.
Really?
Yeah. So what's today? Friday? I think that was Monday.
Let's see. We got P48 on. I'm going to turn you up just a hair. I don't want to go too high. All right.
Joe Rome. Hi. How are you, buddy?
Alabama. Clark is great, but no direct flights from Dumaguete. No. From Dumaguete? There's no direct flights out of Clark to the U.S.? Direct
I
flights?
don't know.
I
I've
don't think
never
there's-
done that.
Yeah.
I don't like to talk about things I haven't done personally.
Yeah.
And I hear this from this guy and I hear
Right,
that from
yeah.
that guy, and it's
I
like, who
get
knows
you.
what they're talking about.
Yeah, probably. I
So-
don't. Not too many people take direct flights anyway. They're pretty damn expensive, aren't they?
I take direct flights. Every
you?
time I've gone to America,
Have you?
I've taken a direct flight.
It's not that much more.
No.
Oh, I thought they were a lot
No,
more.
it's 15 hours going home and 16 hours coming
That's
here.
pretty good, actually.
You know? Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
that's cool. All right, well, I'll have to check into Clark, but I don't plan on going back to the U.S. ever.
No.
No. From what I see or hear, and I'm sure they play it up with all the riots and the problems.
Oh, all that stuff?
Yeah, I don't
Well,
want
I
to deal with
don't
it.
want to fly into Minneapolis right now.
And Minneapolis, yeah, we don't want to. And one son isn't talking to me because he's a liberal, and I don't deal with liberals. And my other son, though I miss
Isn't
him,
that weird that politics is dividing families?
it
I mean,
has.
come
it has.
on.
I know it has.
I mean, the
He won't
family
talk to me.
bond should be the strongest thing on earth.
I sent him a message.
and you
and
guys should be able to agree to disagree.
I just said to him, "No, let's not talk politics." But he doesn't want me to call him son.
What do you want you to call him?
I don't know, binary boy, a binary. Can't say
is it
binary
pronoun,
child.
one of these pronoun people?
Yeah. This, them. You know,
Fuck.
I know. Seriously, he cross-dresses. I hope he's not watching because I don't want to make fun of him. He cross-dresses.
Well, you're doing a pretty
He
good job of it.
he got out of the service because of that. Basically, got beat up
Yeah.
on Peterson Air Force Base
Yeah.
because of that.
Okay.
Because he did stupid thing. He
It's hot in here, man.
you know what? I was thinking it is. I'll turn it down a bit, or I could put the fan on. He posted his dress, purse, makeup, and girl walking across the street and shit like that. Okay.
He dresses up like a woman?
Yes.
Your son does.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And he changed his name, and I said to him, he says, well, you changed your name. So I said, I'm not going to call you that, whatever the hell it is.
I wouldn't have a problem with that. If somebody, it's just that I don't want you to force me to accept your beliefs.
Well, that's the thing.
That's the thing. It's like, it's okay if you want to dress up like a girl, dress up like a girl. As long as you're not hurting anybody, I don't have a problem with what you do. If you have this lifestyle and it's two consenting adults, I don't care. But just don't tell me I've got to. And if you want me to call you Sally.
Oh, it's not uncool. That's the problem. Okay.
There you go. I didn't think so. It looks like you got the heater on here.
Yeah, I know, right?
If you want me to call you Sally, I'll call you Sally. I don't care. But it doesn't mean I'm going to believe it.
Now it's uncool. Well, I didn't hear it go beep. Hold on, guys. I got to fix this. There we go. Now we're on cool. It was on fan. It is warm in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, well, he doesn't, I can't tell you his name. I can't remember it now. It's pretty bizarre. And he's mad about me because I voted for Trump, and he hates Trump. I don't know who the hell he was a Kamala fan.
Oh, yeah.
Like, fuck her. Yeah. And I'm going to say it, okay? The hell with her.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I did. Okay. She's a bimbo dimwit. I mean, who the hell wants her as a president? Give me a break. Okay, she'd wipe out
What the
America.
hell did I walk into here?
Yeah.
Is this the Bill Marshall
Lock the door.
Something?
Lock the door. I could put the fan on, too.
It's all right. It's feeling cool already.
It's feeling okay.
Yeah.
So, Trump we were talking about earlier, he was the better of the worst choices.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to say it. There wasn't any great choices, but I like the fact that he didn't need the job, he didn't need the money, and he wasn't a seasoned politician. Okay? Now, is he wonderful? Is he perfect? Hell no. Is anybody wonderful or perfect? No. Okay? We all have a past. We all have problems we've done in the past. Okay? He makes the problem I have with Trump is two things. One, he's old. He's going to be 80 next year.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's old. But he's still cognitive.
Yeah.
In comparison to what we had, okay, he's still pretty cognitive.
Yeah, he's pretty sharp.
Yeah, he's pretty sharp. I think he's sharper
Remember
than
his
me.
names and places and dates and
it's amazing. And he doesn't sleep much.
and all that kind of stuff.
And
No,
he's not falling asleep at meetings.
No,
I would.
No.
Okay, and then the other thing is, the problem I have is he does a lot of changes.
Yeah.
He's way ahead of everybody. He's making so many changes in the U.S. It's hard to keep up with all the things he does. Removing this department and creating tariffs to them, and it's just a lot of people, especially when you get older, you don't like change. Okay, I hate to say it, but I like things running smooth the way they were. Okay, I know that's old school, and I know it's old thinking. He makes a lot of changes consistently.
Yeah.
Maybe they're all good, and maybe in the long run he's right, but man,
I'm staying out of it. You can babble on all you want, but I'm just going to stay out of it.
You pussy. Okay, say it. Say what you think. I know
what.
What? You're sitting in the blue chair, by the way. So
what's the blue chair? What's that mean?
The Democratic chair.
Oh, the Democratic.
I should have got 2 red chairs. I should have switched your chair. No, it did tear families apart. It created civil unrest in the U.S. Okay, it did. So I don't know why.
We need to go back to the good old days of Dick Nixon, where we just had a simple scandal. And
Ford wasn't bad except for tripping downstairs. He wasn't too bad.
I never understood what Ford did. Gerald Ford.
He was funny.
He didn't make a very big impact, I don't think.
No, but he was funny. He ran the country.
Yeah.
He didn't run it into the ground. He wasn't there for his own pocket. I don't think as much. But he was funny. He was a pretty sharp guy. He was a good old boy from the farm,
Gerald Ford.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that dude.
Really? Oh, you should. He's very.
I never read anything about him. I know a little bit about Carter.
Gerald
I know
Ford,
a little bit about this, that, the other. But he's the one guy that's just kind of like, a blank in my mind as far as anything
he didn't do
memorable.
a lot of changes. He didn't do a lot of changes, but he ran the country and he did a good job.
Yeah, he kept it on autopilot, I guess, until it was time to step down.
He wasn't there screwing the people. I'll be honest with you. He wasn't there to screw the people or pocket money.
That problem I have with this is none of us, me or you, are political pundits. I didn't go to school for this. So it's like I have problems with actors that think that they can come out now and become politicians,
Yeah.
analysts. It's like me and you. What the hell do we know? What really goes on?
They're just well known, so they
You
become.
know, I mean, you got an opinion. I like this guy. I
run
don't
for
like
governor.
that guy. But me, I don't feel qualified to talk about any of this
That's
stuff.
true, and
Really,
a lot of
to be
them
honest
aren't.
with
They go into become a mayor or something like that. Who is the bodybuilder?
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, Schwarzenegger. He has no business being in politics. He was a
He's a
he was a
great
bodybuilder.
man.
He was
You
a good
kidding?
person. He did great. Was he a great actor? No. And was he a great politician? I don't think so. He just was well known, But hey,
Yeah, Bill Burr's got a nice bit
Yeah.
on Schwarzenegger. You should listen to
Does
that.
he? Yeah.
It's awesome.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
So anyway, we've got all kinds of people asking all kinds. Yeah, he's in the blue chair. Reagan was the best. All right. Message retracted. Nixon took us off the gold standard. Yes, he did. Ford pardoned Nixon.
See the way you started here.
Yeah, I know. There are many here who love Trump. That love. Yes, I guess.
I
maybe.
think you're bugging old dog with politics. Yes, he is.
Love, spread the love. Trump is Europe's daddy, is he? I don't know. Is he liked in Trump? He did.
This is a show about the Philippines.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
So I told everybody when you better
Politics
get.
in
I
America.
told everybody let's get through everything else so that we can talk about Philippines when you get here. Okay.
When does that start?
So we're starting now. Okay, we're
Great.
off. We're off precious metals, guys.
Thank God.
I'll be back next Friday. You can talk all you want and tell me how great silver's doing. And so I went down yesterday on the bike.
Oh, you did?
I did. Nothing much. I literally.
Were you moving this time?
No, I was standing
You were just
still.
standing still? That's your usual MO, is when you're just
Half a dozen
standing there
times.
and then you fall over like a rag doll.
I swear to God. So I went up this.
What is it with you?
I cut through a
Do
gas
you
station.
Do you park on like slopes? You haven't learned your lesson
No,
yet? Because this is like the third time
and I
you've
leaned
done that.
to the left on the downside, and my foot didn't touch ground.
Well, of course.
So once I leaned, the bike keeps going because it's heavy.
It's called momentum.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And I stopped
And
because
gravity.
traffic was heavy, so I stopped I went up.
Were you in a street? You're
Yeah,
on
I
a busy
was
highway? Shit.
on the curb of a street.
Okay.
Which was a curved curb. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And it humped up, and my front wheel's on the top, on the black, and the back wheel was on the concrete below where the gutter was, and I fucking leaned to the left when I stopped instead of leaning to the right. Okay, I leaned to the left. It's kind of a habit.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, I'm on my face, bike's down.
Well, you don't have any scratches or anything.
I got that.
You got a little boo-boo there.
And my knee, one knee.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally just fell off. Okay?
Yeah.
The bike went on. I saved the bike.
Yeah. Yeah.
The bike was saved by my body.
Yeah.
And people came running over, and I was like
Yeah.
more embarrassed than anything else. Like, I
know.
did it again.
I know. I
can't
did the
believe I
same
did it
thing
again.
once. Yeah.
I know. And it was like
I blacked out once, Pat, parking
Did you
my
really?
bike. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a bad one.
Dehydrated. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was backing it into Sans Reval. This is back in the day. And this is before May. And I was with some little chickie poo. And she hopped off.
Yeah.
And I went to go put the kickstand down.
Yeah.
And my foot never made it to the kickstand. I blacked out.
You just blacked out.
Just
and went
blacked
down.
out.
I've done that.
And bam, down I went. That
So when
hurt me a lot.
When I fasted and I was still on blood pressure and blood sugar pills 2 years ago, when I first started riding, actually 3 years ago, when I first started, I learned how to ride here on a click, okay? First time I ever been on a motorbike. And I fasted for 3 days and 5 days, and I was still on my medications. And everything's fine until you stop. And when you rest, your blood pressure goes down too low. And I went down and I just blacked out. And it happened 2 or 3 times. I went to the doctor around the second time, and he says, what's the problem? He's checking everything. He says, well, he says, are you on blood pressure medicine? I go, yeah, blood sugar. I take glipizide for blood sugar. I take this for. And he goes, okay. He says, are you eating right? I says, well, no, not right now. I'm fasting. And he looks at me and goes, there's your problem.
Yeah.
There's your problem. He says, are you taking your pills while you're fasting? I go, and just when he said it, it's like, oh no, don't tell me. He goes, yeah. So, figured that one out. And I'm not on any pills right now. I stopped. We talked earlier, but I lost 80 pounds now.
I thought it was 100.
I know I've only lost 80. That's still a lot. I'm at 80. I've lost 36 kilos to be exact.
Awesome.
My mind's in kilos now. You know, I can't think. When people talk to me about U.S. dollars, I have to transfer it now to pesos.
Right.
My mind now is in pesos. You know, it's in kilos. I've changed after 3 years. So I can't think dollars anymore. But yeah, I went down. Bike's fine. I was more worried about the bike than me. So the bike was fine because it landed on me.
Yeah.
So I think I bent one little piece of metal, which I bent back. So it's no big deal. Anyway, so and Philippines, we have a lot of people coming in. I don't know if you realize how many people are coming in. I don't know why. Mostly American, but a few other countries, because I'm out of bikes, and I've been out of bikes for a couple weeks now. I got a bike come in, it's gone. It's right away. I have a waiting list for bikes. And when I talk to the other, there's 4 other people I talk with, and I send people to them who also rent bikes. They're out of bikes. Everybody's out of rental bikes. Okay.
It's contradictory because I hear because the stats are showing that tourism was way down.
I don't know, man. There's no
Maybe
bikes
it's just
to be had.
Getty, you know.
Yeah,
Maybe
everybody's. I've bought 6 bikes in the last week or 2. I bought 4 since Vietnam, and I've only been back for about a week or so, 10 days. And I bought 4 before I left, and I'm out of bikes constantly. So it just seems like a lot of new faces coming in, a lot of new people. And then, I liked Vietnam, but I prefer the Philippines. You know, what are you reading? What do we got?
I'm reading the comments.
Read them out loud.
How are your eyes, Paul? They're very good. Thank you for asking. Hi, Paul. Your friends in Texas watching here. Hi, friends in Texas. Remember our plan for our property video in Valencia one day. I can't spill more tea for now. Gotcha.
All
Copy
right.
that. And then this guy almost dropped the bike. It left the car wash with soapy water on his feet. Stopped at a light and
The
foot slipped out from
under.
underneath him. And either of you been to Singapore? Tell your experiences. I've never been to Singapore.
Nope, never been there. It's kind of pricey, is my understanding. Singapore, I just looked at a price index. Singapore is very high on the price index.
Big time.
Yeah, very high.
Very powerful passport, too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was just talking to May about that this morning.
is it?
Yeah,
Powerful.
power.
So basically they could go anywhere?
Well, I don't know. They're up there. You know?
USA, it's
USA
still
is
powerful.
Powerful, but it's not the most
Not
powerful.
the most, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I want to go to Singapore? Not really, because I don't want expense. I don't really.
Yeah.
I'm cheap. I'm Jewish.
Yeah. You don't have to be Jewish to be cheap.
I'm cheap. I'm not even frugal. I'm cheap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nick, my friend, always talks. He says, "You look at the menu. You look at the price first, and then you order the food." He's right.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do. I'm cheap. I'm cheap.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, if it's 700 pesos, 800 pesos for a burger, I could do without a burger. If it's 400 for
What do you have, a $700, $700 peso
Kingswick.
burger? Kingswick?
Kingswick, 700 plus for a burger.
I haven't been there for a long time.
No?
It's not one of those places on my radar.
You don't like it? You don't
Well,
like
it's not that I don't like it. It's just
Oh.
that it just doesn't enter my May and I, or myself, we've found our places already. It's
Okay,
like
yeah.
we're so dialed in. We micromanaged our life down to where it's so simple to live now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's down
It's all
literally.
automatic.
We know what day, like Sunday, we're going to go shopping at this place, and we're going to get there at that time, and we're going to be the first one in
You
line.
go to Robinson's,
and
right,
we're
in the
going to
morning?
knock in and knock out.
Yeah,
know?
you go early in Robinson's, right?
We go early if we're going to go to Robinson's.
Yeah.
We go early
makes
on
sense.
Sunday if we're going to go to Bellcrest. We know what time to leave the house if we're going to go to Dumageddon. I know the reason I didn't show up here at 9 and said 10 o'clock is because traffic is psycho.
Oh, yeah,
if I
yeah,
leave
yeah.
my house at 8 o'clock to get over here.
Do you take diversion?
Yeah,
That's a
for
little
a
better.
while.
That's a little better.
But school.
Yeah,
You know, school 8 o'clock, and it takes me twice as long to get here, and it's 3 times as dangerous if I try to be here by 9. That's why I kept saying I'll be here at 10.
That's fine.
You know, because I
got
just
all
don't
the-
want to
all the
jack
Evo
around.
crap out of the way that you
yeah,
love so
get
much.
that noise out of here. Jeez.
I warm up the crowd. I told them I'm the opening act. So, how's Baby May doing?
Awesome.
She's still getting headaches?
We got good news this week.
Good.
She's not cured or anything, but this challenge we've had. Yes, to answer your question, yes.
That's good.
She gets the migraines, and
Okay.
that's just part of the drill. A lot of it is sun. A lot of it is. She's been examined by 3 different doctors, and so she doesn't have anything going wrong in her brain or nerves or anything like that. I honestly think a great chiropractor would help her out
for headaches.
Yeah. You ever watch these dudes on YouTube? There's some guys in California that they're really great, and they have cured headaches for people. They've cured or they've given great relief to people. These guys are the top of the cream, of chiropractors. And I'm a big believer in chiropractors. They give me a lot of relief. They're good for you.
But there's good guys
but there's good and there's bad. It's like a good lawyer, bad lawyer.
It's like a massage.
It's like a massage. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You get a massage, they don't know what they're doing. They're touching you, they're pushing you.
I had this dude in Vegas that he was wearing overalls. It was just an old, like Mr. Green Jeans, right? Yeah. This guy was the shit.
Really?
And he did this thing on my face, and my sinuses just opened up.
Interesting.
For the first time in years.
Really?
And stayed that way for like a day, and then they plugged back up again.
So has she
and I
been
could never find this guy again.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. And then I did another thing with this woman who was doing acupuncture. Oh, not acupuncture, but she was doing massage, but she used a wooden stick, and she would do your toes, and she would push with this wooden sharp stick on the tip of your toes. It was like, I've never done it, but she looked at me because I was so relaxed, and I made a major mistake. I did this before work, but she goes, "It's like heroin, huh?" And I said, "Yeah," because my whole body just went completely relaxed.
No.
And I've never done heroin, but I imagine that's the feeling you get from heroin. Okay. So it was just, she was magical. I mean, there's.
And she was where? Where was she?
That was Vegas.
Oh, in Vegas?
That was Vegas, yeah.
What about here?
Here, I've never had a good massage.
No, I haven't either.
They're dirty. They're unkept.
Yeah.
They're loud.
I know.
They're unorganized. They're just, they're funky, man.
They don't really know. They call themselves massages, but I don't think they know what they're doing. They're not cracking anything or relieving any tension.
No, well, they have May went to massage school with her friend, her best friend.
Really?
And May did one massage and quit. She goes, "I can't do this."
Why?
Didn't like it. Her hands were shaking. So she has this palsy reaction when she gets nervous.
The masseuse or her?
Her.
Oh, May
does, yeah.
She gets nervous. Okay.
Yeah, so when she gets really nervous, her hand goes palsy. And so she said she was doing the massage and her hand was going like this because she was so nervous about doing the right job or a good job.
Then that's not a good experience.
Can't do this,
yeah, it's not a good experience.
No.
So, but you said that would help her headache. So where is she going for relief?
Well, here's the long and the short of it. We got turned on to some medication by a subscriber.
Okay,
we
cool.
Met in Cebu, and they laid it on us. Okay, you know Sean of Sean and Gracie? Do you know him? Okay, well he's a military guy, PTSD. He gets a bunch of medications for free. He turned May on to some medication, and both of them worked great. So,
doctor prescription or over the counter?
Well, I'll get to that.
Okay.
So I had the box, and I took it to Mercury a couple of times, and they would always be really short on stock, and it's very expensive.
And they always want a prescription for just about everything.
Well, they never wanted the prescription.
No.
I would just show them the box, and I say, "Hey, how many of these do you have in stock?" Sometimes they'd say none. And it was like shit, And then I would go in.
I went there for cotton balls. I swear to God, they didn't have cotton balls. So then I says, "Okay, do you have Band-Aids?" They were out of Band-Aids, which they call, what are they, slackers? What do they call those things?
Plasters.
Plasters. And I go, so they said, "Well, plasters, no, we're out of stock." Yeah, Mercury's a big company. But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
They're the ones that have all of it,
Yeah.
So anyway, now I go in, and they had 3 boxes, which is 2 pills each. So it's a total of 6 pills.
Oh.
And she goes, "Do you have a prescription?" And I go, "Why? I've never had to have a prescription before. Depends on who you get behind the counter is
Right.
the thing.
It is true.
Okay,
And who you know.
Betty Lou
It's all
comes
who
in
you know.
later. Betty Lou's cool.
50
but now you
pesos
got
go long.
Mary Sue in the morning. Mary Sue's the Nazi. You know, I want a prescription.
I've solved that problem with the 50 peso when I shake their hand.
Yeah. So anyway, I just have a way around it where she goes, do you have a prescription? I said, no, I've never needed one. And she goes, oh. And I said, well, how many do you have in stock? She says, 3 boxes. And I said, fine, I'll take them all. And she didn't want to confront me, so she just did it.
Okay.
You know, I didn't yell or raise my voice. I just, okay, fine, I'll take them all. I acted like I didn't hear about the prescription. May went in on her own after she ran out. No, you got to have a prescription.
And she's Filipina.
Yeah. I went in again. No, you got to have a prescription. So 2 or 3 days ago, May popped into our doctor,
Got a
took the box, and said, can I get a prescription for this? Sure. Wrote her a script. We went to Mercury downtown. They got a shitload of them.
Oh, okay.
And so
Cool.
she gave her enough to last for a year, and we bought the boxes, and we've got those at home. And so she pops one of those pills, and an hour later, the migraine's gone. So
Okay.
that's a big relief.
How
just to,
often
to
does
have,
she need that?
It depends. The more time she spends outside in the sunlight, and the more time that, or if she's under stress about anything, that brings on a migraine. So.
All right. Well, I'm glad she found relief.
So anyway, the good news, really good news,
She found
really good news, is that we know that there's just a ton of it at the Mercury downtown.
And she has
not
a prescription.
Bacall. And we have the script, and we're fully legal, and we bought 10 boxes, and so we're prescribed like 60 or 120 pills or something like that. So
Oh, wow.
we picked up
Yeah.
10 or 20 pills, I forget. They're very expensive.
You know what's weird is you can go from one pharmacy to another with the same prescription and get additional. You know, they don't tie it in like they do in the U.S.
No,
You know,
not
and
good.
also you can use a year-old prescription and still
Oh,
use
yeah.
it.
You
don't
can
look
use
at
a
the date.
script from the America.
Yeah.
From your American doctor.
Yeah.
I have a friend of mine that gets something from this, and he uses an old 3-year-old prescription for whatever it is he's buying, I think blood pressure or something. And he shows it to them, and they go, oh, okay.
I go to City Drug. It's right around corner of Ground Zero. You come out of Ground Zero, you go to your left, and there's a bakery right there, Gold Medal or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And right 2 doors down, they've never asked me. And I send people over there and just say, mention Goldfinger, you won't need a prescription. They give me everything. When I used to use blood pressure or blood sugar or antibiotics, just about anything they have, tramadol, pain pills.
Yeah, I never had a problem getting that stuff.
No.
I used to have problems in certain, like Watson's. Those guys are real tight asses, you know.
I forgot to ask for your coffee. I'm sorry. Let me get coffee for
Oh,
you.
yeah, coffee would be nice.
Go ahead and read some of these because I haven't been moving down. Start with Joe Roma.
Where's Joe Roma? Singapore is a different world, amazing place. You can relatively cheap if you know where to go. And then some district, which I can't read, is too much fun. That sounds good.
Oh, sorry.
Let's see. Hi from New England, 2 foot of snow and below zero, from Bob Rush. You haven't been posting. Are you okay? I missed your post. It's talking
probably
to you
me.
or me?
It's me. I haven't been on for 4 weeks.
Me either.
Really?
I took January off.
Did you get burnout?
I just, yeah, I did. And I didn't work the last week in December. I didn't do any vids in this last week of December and the first 3 weeks of January. So I took a month off.
Yeah. Well, the studio was screwed up. Of course, you know how complicated this effing studio is, okay?
This thing? You're talking
Yeah, the
about?
whole studio was screwed up. I came back from... I left and the studio was kind of screwed up, but when I came back, it was worse. Everything was not working. Nothing was synced. The reason why is I updated everything. Okay, so it came in. It's just like, you know how update your phone? So OBS, which is a program for recording, and we're using it right now, and going live, something, it asked for an update, and I did that. And then so did YouTube, changed some things, settings and stuff. And then my phones wanted updates, and I updated everything. I just, I'll update. And then Google came back and said, you need to update. It's been a while. After I updated everything, nothing would work.
That's something.
Okay, nothing would work, and I'm like freaking out. And Carolyn was busy because our son was in the hospital. I don't know if you know. Dominic was in the hospital for 6 days, and Carolyn was with him during those 6 days. That's when I got back.
Here?
Yeah, he was in, was it
happened?
Mary?
What
St.
happened?
Mary? He got sick, and then it got to pneumonia, and he ended up with walking pneumonia. He was pretty sick. So they had him on oxygen and strong antibiotics for a child. I know it was strong. And he had to stay there for several days while they watched him. And I mean, he's fine now, but he was really not in good shape.
Oh,
Though
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, he had 109 fever when he got in there. They put him
That's
on
heavy.
ice. They literally iced him.
Yeah, yeah.
Gave him an ice bath. So
damn.
she stayed with him, and of course I had told her multiple times.
This is why you were in Vietnam?
Just when I got back, he had a cold when I got back, but it was more like a sniffles or cough, And then literally the next day, and so she was gone, and I went to go record somebody. They came over twice now. They came over, and every time I went on, it wasn't recording. It wasn't. Nothing was working right. The cameras weren't working right. Everything was either flipped, small. It was just crazy. It was just nothing was working. I'm like, ugh, aggravated. Okay, and I had a lot of things to catch up on. Now, in the meantime, everybody, let's see. If Jason's listening, listen, Jason, I'll get back to you in a little while. Sorry, I can't answer text now. So, what was I talking about? When I got back, there was a lot of people that sent me messages that they wanted peptides, okay? And a lot of people that wanted rent bikes. So while Carolyn was in the hospital and my helper was bringing her clothes or food or things like that, and they're going back and forth to those little e-carts, okay, I'm handling both peptides and scooter rentals. We had a slew of bikes here, okay? I mean, just a whole bunch. When I came back, everybody brought back their bikes, okay? And the paperwork was just piled up. And I'm like, oh shit, I gotta clean everything this up because it's on my phone when people make payments, and my inventory and everything I had to redo all of it, and then all of a sudden everybody wanted to rent bikes. I have one bike out there, so everybody wanted to rent bikes all at once, and I didn't know what our inventory was, and I had to get bikes. There was 2 bikes that needed repair. One needed an oil change. One came back all damaged, and so it was just a mess. And then on top of that was peptides, and it's like I was working so much I didn't have time to eat. I know it sounds stupid, but literally people have said, Nick and a few other friends, hey, why don't you meet us for, your back? Why don't you? This is during the time you interviewed me for Vietnam, and I didn't have time to do my own Vietnam video. And the guy came here twice, and both times we couldn't record him. And I says, I'm going to have to figure this all out. I just literally 4 days ago, I think, I finally figured everything. I went one by one, used AI to figure out what's going on. And it says, do this, do that. Or it might be OBS. It might be Google. It might be the phones, And so we finally got it all cleared up so it works. But it was a mess when I got everything was a mess. It was just a lot of work. And I was overwhelmed, to be honest. And I was starting to get sick. It was just too much. I was working 6 in the morning, 6:30 till 10, 11 o'clock at night, trying to catch up for days. The whole time he was sick.
God, I'm glad I'm not you.
Yeah, I know. People go, are you retired? No, I'm not.
I just wake up every day.
They had problems at the computer class. Okay.
Just so happy every day. I wake up every day.
I wake up with
I don't
tons
have
of
to do
messages.
Shit if I don't want to. I love it.
I don't
I
mind.
wouldn't trade with you for $10 million.
Honestly, guys, I don't mind helping you. I'm telling all my viewers out, I don't mind helping you, and I don't. But there are times when it starts to get a little too much, and I feel like I need a drink. It drives you to drinking, It does. I swear. Oh my God, I need a drink. I need a break. So what I did was I put everybody on a schedule. So I only do peptides Tuesdays and Saturdays now. That's the new thing. Okay, and I'm going to hire someone to help me on those 2 days.
Have you guys noticed that we're back to the fucking peptides and the scooter rentals?
All right.
I thought you got that all out of the way.
All right, I did.
And here we are. We've come full circle,
just
and we're back on Goldfinger's peptide schedule.
But I have to have a life, and that's the problem. I have no time to go out and have lunch with anybody. It's crazy. So.
Well, you got your little posse. You always take them over to M&M.
Yeah. I like that. I was there yesterday.
We drive by there, and I see your bike and
do you?
All your
stop
friends.
by, say hi, buy you lunch.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to buy you lunch. Everybody wants to buy me a drink I don't drink though. They want to buy me a drink, but I don't drink.
I met 3 of the coolest guys last time I had meetups, coffees with subscribers that were in town.
Cool.
Yeah, I met some rock star people.
I know.
Great ideas.
Well, with 20,000 viewers now?
No, I got 111.
Well, you're way up there, okay? I mean, 15 times what I am. And so everybody always asks me, where's Paul? Can I meet with him? Can I have his phone number? No, I'm saving you. Hey, could you get Paul and you to meet me for dinner?
Well, I don't mind meeting guys.
You don't?
And I don't mind meeting guys.
All right.
I enjoy it. I enjoy it. What I don't like is I don't like planning today for tomorrow, because I like tomorrow to take care of itself.
All right.
So if let's say Joe Blow is here, and he's only in town for 2 days.
That happens a lot.
Those are the guys that I meet. Whether I want to go or not, I wake up in the morning, it's like, man, I'm not feeling 100%.
But honestly, all they want to do.
But I go. And the last 3 times I've gone, all 3 dudes were lawyers. All 3 dudes were very accomplished. All of them were super humble and super down to earth and fun to talk to, and gave me all kinds of cool suggestions, like for the channel and stuff, and about my members.
Can you talk about what those suggestions are?
Huh?
I'm curious. What are those suggestions?
Yeah, they like the membership, because my memberships are 99 cents a month. So it's not a money maker.
No.
But it's an opportunity to have a second channel. And on it, I always want to do non-Philippine topics.
Okay.
I haven't been very good at that, because usually May and I go on and we do a members only video once or twice a month.
So what's a non-Philippine subject?
Oh, it could be something like one guy's suggestion. He said, I would be really interested in hearing, Paul. He says, because you flipped your life around so much. I've watched him. He's watched me since day one. And this is a successful lawyer with 3 offices and people out here that do a call center for him, and blah, blah, blah. That's why he was out here, to see his crew out here. And he said, he was giving me a lot of accolades, which I won't repeat. But he was saying, it would be cool on your channel if you talked about, like, your youth and what your childhood was like, and what this was like, and what that was like. Sort of like, the beginning of me, and then take it all the way up to the day that I leave the country, and give everybody sort of a full picture. And I thought, I love that idea. I think that is cool. Because we're not talking about the Philippines. We're talking about me as a 5-year-old, a 10-year-old, a 20-year-old. And a lot of it's very relatable to guys. So that's just a different angle.
Well, that's,
because the whole 99-cent store, the whole membership thing, was not to make money. That's why I only set it at 99 cents, because they pay me 55.
They don't even charge me 99 cents, by the way.
No, they charge you 25 pesos.
That's not 99 cents.
No.
That's like 49 cents.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
I don't know either.
Well,
and I only get cheap, 35 cents.
Yeah, if they raise me,
I'm
going to have to
By the time
cancel.
they get done taking out their cut and taxes and everything,
if they raise me,
I get like 35 cents out of that. So obviously I'm not in it for the money. But it's, instead of starting a whole new channel, it's this membership thing, and it's the core audience, guys that subscribe and pay their $1 a month, I call it the 99-cent store.
Right.
And it's just a chance to go off topic, kind of like you were doing with Trump and stuff today, you know. But I don't want to do that on my channel. It's not what it's about. That's not what people tune in for. So this members only deal, it's a real. One time I talked about the car business.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Another time I was going to follow up with a video on 5 tips on how to buy a car.
That's good.
If you're going to go buy a car, here are things that for the last 50 years have been the formula of what not to do and what to do when you're buying a car.
So there's some basic rules.
Sure, just to protect yourself.
Right.
From the big bad car dealer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what not to fall into.
Absolutely.
Like gap insurance.
No, gap insurance is awesome if you're upside down. It
depends on if you need it.
It depends on the situation.
Undercarriage insurance?
Oh, no, that stuff's terrible. That's
just money maker.
Extended warranties are good. If it's a factory extended warranty,
all right.
I wouldn't buy a car without it.
Okay.
And there's just makes sense.
I didn't know that.
Because the first 3 years of a car's life is the best. It's only 3 years old. When do you start having problems with your car? About 50, 60,000 miles. And so you can tailor a full bumper-to-bumper warranty with zero deductible, parts, labor, tax, rental
good.
car, and you factor that into your payment. And I've had more dudes come back, and one guy scared the shit out of me because he paid $5,000 for a warranty. He bought it from me. But he was buying a big-ass dually diesel truck. Okay. We didn't charge $5,000. They were more like $1,000.
Not
for
here,
a car.
in the States, probably?
It was back in Nevada, yeah. And this, all of a sudden, I was sitting at my desk like this, and this shadow came over me because this guy was a monster, all right? This was a good old boy. And in a leather vest and everything, you know, and he's driving this big-ass truck and hauling horses or whatever he did. And he goes, "You sold me that warranty."
Oh, shit.
And I thought, "Oh, here it comes."
Know?
Oh,
shit.
He brings it in, and for whatever reason, it's not covered or something like that. And I literally broke into a cold sweat. I thought this guy was just going to pound me, okay? And he puts his big mitt out, and he goes, "You saved me $22,000.
Cool.
You know?
Cool.
Like, awesome.
Awesome. Yeah. You like when that happens.
I
but
love
it scares
it.
the hell out of you at
And
first,
I never,
but-
ever had anybody come in because the warranties we sold, I keep staying on these warranties, but this is the kind of shit I want to talk about on the members only, were bumper-to-bumper factory warranties.
Right.
Where people get in trouble as they buy these off-brand warranties that the dealerships will sell.
Oh, so like not the
Not
the
Ford
dealership.
or Toyota or whatever.
All right.
You just
I
want to
don't think
extend the
it's answering my
factory
phone.
warranty out.
Let me see if I can get.
And
Carolyn.
gap insurance, if you're $10,000 upside down on your trade-in and you pay $400 or whatever it is for a little gap insurance policy and your car gets totaled out, they'll pay for the total. But without gap insurance, you're liable for that $10,000
Well, that's
deficit,
true.
right?
Especially if you total it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
big
guess
time.
what? I've had people leave the lot $10,000 upside down and not make it home.
Really?
They got
Right from the lot.
I remember the one girl very well because she was really pretty, but she was also like bipolar, so she's really weird. But she got T-boned on the way home in a brand
So
new.
it wasn't even her fault.
Not at all, not at all. And she came out of it smelling like a rose. She didn't get hurt.
That's good. That's
Okay,
number
the
one.
car protected her.
Number one.
Number one, she totaled that car. It paid off the loan, which carried a $10,000 deficit from her trade-in,
Right.
which we were carrying over. She came back in and bought another car, got another newer car, better model, lower payment because we weren't financing that $10K this time.
Yeah,
right.
it covered that.
So whenever I
Yeah,
hear a little
negative.
quip about gap insurance,
Okay.
you know, if you're paying too much money for it, sure. But I think gap insurance, if you're upside down, I wish I had gap
Is there a
insurance on my
percentage
house.
based on the
You know,
gap?
you're upside down $100,000 on your house. Wouldn't you
Yeah.
like to have gap insurance on it if it burned to the ground
Right,
or whatever?
right.
Yeah.
So is there a percentage? Like if you were 10,000 upside down, should there be like a 10%? Or what percentage would be the cost of the policy?
Policy is static. If it's $300, $400, $500, whatever it is.
But, I mean, what you said, too much. So what would be too much? Like if you're paying $5,000.
I'm talking about extended warranties where they
Okay.
can bump up the price. You can't jack up the price of the gap insurance. It's set by the insurance company.
Oh, so there's.
No,
but you
I
said
think
some
it
are
was.
too
I want to
expensive.
say $442 for
It's
some
not that
reason.
much. Not on a car.
Was a policy cost back then. But we're going back 15
I know,
years, you
yeah.
know. So, and so, if people didn't need it, I wouldn't offer it to them.
Yeah.
I just didn't. There was no point. You know, what are we doing? Plus, people get relief from migraines with caffeine. I get ocular migraines. Works great. May won't drink coffee. The two
She doesn't like
Philly
coffee.
Willie.
Speaking of which, I'm going to quick step out and find out where your coffee is because I can't get a hold of Carolyn.
You want me to check out? Check
No,
it?
I can.
'Cause I could go
No,
smoke.
that's okay. I need a. Oh, you want to smoke?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're going to talk about the ebook now
Yeah. Get right back onto that.
because Paul loves that. All right. Oh, he wants out too. Okay. Well, Carolyn's up. Just ask him. Maricel? Oh, well. Door's closed. Hello, guys. You got just me now. I'm going to read some of these. Great Snow Mountain Background. All right. So somebody wanted no moving photos in the back. I can change that if you like. I can tell you my experience with Goldfinger and buying peptides. He is a class act. Oh, well, thank you very much. Duramax Mac. What's your name? He takes care of you and thanks. Mike. There you go. Thank you, Mike. I'm not sure which Mike it is. So we got 80 people now on peptides. Oh my God, I can't remember everybody. And I'm Mike. I probably have several Mikes and Michaels. But I try to help everybody make sure that they're on the right peptide and doing the right amount. In my opinion, new cars are the biggest reason people are broke in retirement, excluding divorce. Yeah, that's for sure. I vote just buy a sub 10K used car. I don't know what that means. And put the payment into a 401K or whatever. Oh, well, you're frugal. Caffeine pills. All right, where are we? Where is the, I think I'm way behind, huh? Caffeine. Oh, here we are. Okay. Mike in Quimba. Hello, Mike. Okay, great. So I guess I shipped to you. I don't remember. I'd have to look up where Quimba is. I'd have to look through my receipt. I have about 25 people I ship to in the Philippines. We were talking earlier, I can't ship to the U.S. yet. I'm making sure that the persons I did ship to get it. But I have to hide it to ship it because of tariffs. It's a whole other story I talked about already. Very big problem because now all of the shipping companies go through your package. And the minute they see any kind of a product, there's supposed to be a tariff on it to ship to the USA. If I was shipping to Europe, I wouldn't be a problem. If I was shipping to Japan, it wouldn't be a problem. But they won't ship to communist countries and they won't ship to the US anymore because of tariffs. The Wegovy pill, if that's all you can get, the Wegovy is fine. Is the Wegovy, is that semaglutide or is it trizipatide? I'm going to have to look it up, guys. I can't remember by memory. Let me see. Peptide, we have peptide specials, peptide cells and information. Peptide cells and information, that'll have it. So the Wegovy, nope, that's not it. Okay. Look up stock, new peptide protocol. I got all these notes, but good luck finding the right one. Different names for semaglutide. So Wegovy is the GLP-1 medication. It's the same as Ozempic. It's the semaglutide. If that's all you can get, and especially if it's paid for by your health insurance, if that's all you can get and you want to lose weight, then yeah, go for it. However, just to be honest with you, trizipatide is the next generation, and I know it's available in the U.S., which is called Mounjaro and Zepbound. So if you can find Zepbound, it'll be better because it has 2 aminos and it'll help you lose weight faster. And then if you go on a clinical trial, you can get on retatrutide, and that has the 3rd generation, the newest one. There actually is a 4th generation coming out, but it's not available yet to anybody at this point. Hey, anything's better than nothing. It does help. Good morning, Mr. G. Let's see. 39 days till I land in Duma. Hey! Okay, Charlie. Maybe I'll find Judy. Yeah. Whew. That was a winner, wasn't she? Anybody want to talk about Tatum? Oh, my God. You sent them to me in my wife's... Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember. Yeah. Okay, cool. I remember, sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. You never did call me to follow up. I'd be happy to give you information if you're wondering how to reconstitute it or have questions about refrigeration or traveling with it or how many units you should be taking. Paul's on his way back. He had a cigarette. Just joined the members only group, Paul. Okay, well, I'll let him read this when he gets here. Was in Vegas for my first time last week or in business and thought of both of you. Thank you. Yeah, we're both from Vegas. And we actually, Paul and I both went to the same high school without really knowing it. We didn't know each other in high school, but we went to Chatsworth High. So, Tirzepatide was $1,100 a month. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay.
I have caffeine.
Yeah, I can't talk to you guys about peptides. Paul's back in the.
You can talk to him all you want.
Well, no, one guy actually has a message for you.
I'll just phone and play a game or something.
So, Greg Abernathy just joined your members only group, Paul.
Awesome. Thank you.
He was in Vegas for my first time I'm very sorry because Vegas is not the way Vegas used to be.
That's a fact.
It was very, Vegas is very expensive now.
You preach it to the choir, son.
All about the dollar, the $100 bill, the Ben Franklin. Yeah.
I've been watching not a lot, but I've been watching my fair share. I kind of tuned off of it now. But there were 3 or 4 different people that were doing Vegas walks and talks. And
yes, I used to watch those.
Man.
It's so different.
They just killed our town.
Also, there's not as many people. Have you noticed that?
It's dropped off. 19% they lost, I think.
You remember how bad the highway was going from L.A.?
Yeah.
It used to be,
I used to drive it all the time.
Oh, yeah, me too. And now nobody's traveling on it.
Yeah, no point in putting a freaking bullet train anymore.
They blew it. In my opinion, they used to have the great food, the free food,
everything,
coupons, specials. You can stay in hotels for next to nothing. They said
$9.99. I could stay at any station, casinos, hotels, and I used to check in if I'd wiggle around my schedule so I'd have Sunday and Monday off.
Yeah.
Because Sunday we were closed, and then Monday, if I could get that off, awesome. And then I had 2 days. I would always check into a hotel.
Yeah,
when I was single.
If you were out of state, they send you the coupons, okay?
Well, I got coupons in state.
Did you? Okay, well, I was out of state. I used my address out of state.
I used to use
all kinds of deals.
Dude, I used to use, what do you call it? Station casinos would mail me these coupons, 50%, 2-for-1 buffets, and the buffet was $6.99.
I know,
for one person.
I know, all you can eat,
all you can eat, and delicious food.
It was decent food.
I mean, it was just
especially the downtown station,
salad bars and carving stations and sushi, and you could eat healthy, or you could have desserts that went on for miles. It feels
was it Union Plaza that had the station casino? They had the best buffet in the world. I think it was downtown. Is right off of 4th Street, I remember. It was, you'd come off the freeway, you go right there. I think it was Union, or it was downtown. They had a station casino.
I didn't go there a lot.
No, it had incredible dessert area.
Yeah.
I don't eat desserts anymore.
Yeah.
But I don't really miss them.
What was that hotel that initiated the Great Buffet? I can see it in my mind's eye, and I can't come up with the name of it. It'll come to me.
Well, I think you're talking about the Rio. Yeah.
Rio. Yeah.
What a buffet. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And you get coupons to get it half off, too.
That was the shit. And then everybody else did the same thing.
Every food from around the world. And they also had a seafood buffet there also.
Yeah.
Which was incredible.
On certain days.
Oh, you're making me hungry.
All the shrimp and not lobster, but they had all the, good stuff. Salmon.
Come on. You come over here.
Sushi.
You want to say hello? All right, come on.
And now they're getting $16 for a bottle of water at Aria.
It's ridiculous.
And,
it's absolutely ridiculous.
People are just saying no way. Resort fees.
Yeah.
That room I would get for $9.99 is now like $160.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It is crazy. I couldn't.
They've squeezed it. It's intentional too. They've squeezed the little guy out. They don't want your $5. They don't want your $200 gambler.
Well, they got rid of the family stuff back in the
thank God
90s or so.
They should never have. They started that with the Excalibur, and that was the beginning of the end for me.
MGM had a big park for families. It was awesome. They took that out and made a huge stage auditorium.
Well, I never thought Vegas should have been kid-friendly, to be honest with you.
No, it's not.
I thought it should stay an adult place.
Well, that's when they turned it into Sin City and pushed it on commercials.
Yeah.
A girl would come out of a limo and she'd come into the plane as like with glasses and her hair tied back. She looked like a librarian, and she'd come out like a whore.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, when you ever walked through a casino and you never saw a woman that looked like that. It was always people our age that were sucking on oxygen masks and smoking at the same time, and just playing nickel slots. That was the hot women of the Palace Station.
Right.
I used to go play bingo with the wife. We used to have a great time.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I played bingo.
I actually won money at bingo.
I
think I was ahead. Because I hit for $1,000 one time,
and
that bought a lot of bingo tickets.
My game was blackjack, and I tried to keep track. And I always played at what's the retirement community that has? I can't think of the name of it anymore, but a retirement community has a station casino there.
Sun City.
Aliante.
Aliante.
I went to the Aliante Station Casino, and I played blackjack there, and they gave me comps. I had steak dinners. Of course, I paid for them in the long run.
Oh, yeah, you never win.
No, you don't win. But,
no, you're a loser.
Then they hired me to play in their high rolls because whenever I went to the table, everybody else would lose. I was the cooler. I swear to God.
Oh, you were the cooler?
Yeah, they hired me as a cooler.
Wow.
And I played with everybody. I had a 25 or 35,000 credit limit, a line of, so I could sit down at a table and just order 10,000.
Yeah.
But I always lose. Okay, now I had a lot of money, so I didn't care if I lost. Okay, I just had fun. Okay, but blackjack was my game. Well, then I went into high rollers and I lost big time. Okay, I said, okay, we're not doing high rollers. But when they saw me at the high rollers and people were losing on the high rollers, the pit boss came to me. He says, "Would you be interested in playing in the high rollers for us?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He says, "We'll finance you, but the money's not yours. But we'll start you up, and you play like you're just walking off the street, and you just play at the tables." Now, I didn't understand why at first. I'm kind of, I'm a little slow, okay? So I'm very naive, okay? And I go, well, I could do it. Do I get free drinks? Do I still get meal tickets? He goes, yeah, because we're playing with their money.
Yeah.
I said, oh, as long as I get free drinks and meal tickets, yeah, fine, that's cool. So I said, could I play like a high roller? He says, oh, yeah, we want you to play as a high roller, okay? Cool, because I didn't want to play as a high roller.
So they just stack you.
Yeah, they start me off with 25,000 black chips. Nothing. Pink chips, I never saw a pink chip. I think it was 500 pink chip, and yellow chips were 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting there, I'm betting it's their money. What do I care? Okay? And I swear to God, it dawned on me on the first night, everybody's losing their money. They'd all come in, and they see me betting big, and they want to bet big. And sometimes I would say, I started playing games like, Can you give me a minute? I got a really big bet here. I'm really doing good. I don't want you. I started playing it. But I don't want you messing up this bet. Can you wait till the new hand? And then of course they'd argue with you. They go, "I bet. I don't let them bet. They lose." I just to myself I'd laugh, but not out loud.
I haven't heard that expression in a million years. He's a cooler.
I was a cooler. I
know what a shill is?
Yeah.
My friend married a shill.
I auctioned their shills. Yeah, they raise the bets. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the shill was Pretty Women.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. So she was
always
a shill.
Oh.
And so Pretty Women were hired by the casino, and they were given money.
Oh, okay.
And so what they would do is they would park them at a $25 blackjack table or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And this was at the, where was this at? The Horseshoe, I think? No, it was Desert Inn.
God, you're dating yourself with the Horseshoe.
Desert Inn. And that's where my friend Wayne worked, and his now wife Sherry was a shill. And she was real pretty. And so she would sit next to some doofus, and he wouldn't leave because she'd flirt with him a little bit.
Yeah, and he's betting higher because he wants to
compliment her. She would go, "Wow, you're a good gambler," and then now this guy's cashing another check because he wants to sit next to Sherry.
And he's betting higher because he wants to be a big roller.
Yeah. So he wants to impress her.
Yeah.
And that's Vegas.
That's Vegas.
Yeah.
I love Vegas. So when I was the cooler, I had a good time because I'd have steak dinners at the charcoal room. It was nice, Nice. They took
Did you ever
care
go to
of
the steakhouse, the Circus?
Mm-hmm.
Friggin' awesome.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Yeah.
My friend Mike Welty, who's now a pastor, but he ran the RV park next to.
Okay. I remember when they opened that.
Yeah, next to Circus. He was a big shot manager. He made a ton of money.
Really?
And he comped me and about 5 other people in the steakhouse.
Nice.
And boy, did we enjoy that.
Yeah. That
he
restaurant
just said,
was
leave
way
a
out of
good
place.
tip, so we left $100 or whatever was a big.
Well, that
tip
restaurant
back then.
was out of place. They needed to step up.
It did not fit in that casino.
No, that casino is not good.
That was the best kept secret in Vegas.
Right.
Was the steakhouse at Circus.
It was all families with their kids because they had the games
you
upstairs.
go buy all these goofy games
Yeah,
and shit, and you go into this darkened room. It looks like you're in the mafia.
They had the roller coaster on top too. Remember?
Yeah. Trapeze artists jumping around.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. I had somebody the other day was talking to me about the Barnaby. I'm going, wow, dude, you're dating yourself.
Wow, the Barnaby.
I remember that. Yeah. Was that 60s? That's a while ago.
That's way back.
Yeah, way back. Yeah. I miss Vegas the way it was.
Me too.
But I don't miss Vegas.
I did a video about it. It was called "You Can't Go Home." There's a picture of me in front of the "Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas" sign, and I talked about this very topic.
Very good.
About how disappointed I was when I went back 4 years ago.
I have a picture of me and my wife. I was 21 years old, okay, and she was also 21, and we weren't married yet. I was dating her, and we were in front of Lady Luck, gambling. My first time in Vegas, I was at Lady Luck. Do you remember when you hit something, you got a free phone call, international?
No.
No, that was a big thing because international calls, they were still using operators with
it cost you $2 a minute or something like that. Yeah,
they give you a minute international calls for free. Oh, I miss Lady Luck. Lady Luck was a lot of bell ringing, and of course they use the coins versus today. Yeah. What is it, the tokens, or you just use the paper? I don't know. It's not
vouchers.
The same.
They give you paper vouchers.
Yeah, I like the coins. Of course, back in the day, it's a shame. Things change.
Yeah, like I say, you can't go home.
Yeah, and I remember $2 tables too, by the way. So, what do we got people saying? Kenny Rogers Chicken's coming to Duma. Yes, I saw that.
I saw that.
Near Starbucks. Okay, so it's going to be on Rizal probably.
Near the new Starbucks. Oh, that's out near Sabuna.
Oh, is it near Sabuna? Okay.
Yeah, that's a McDonald's.
Oh, they have a new
there.
Starbucks. I didn't know that.
Big ass Starbucks out there on the way to the airport.
Little Darlings. Oh, yes.
I remember Little Darlings.
I was a judge for Little Darlings because I did the commercials over there. So I did a lot of commercials because I had buy-sell shops and I used to have a black hat like Frank Sinatra, and I used to do little quibs from him, and had a lot of jewelry. So I had stores that come into they're pawning jewelry. Gold went up from $450 to $1,000, and things really went crazy. I'm sure they did again, but back in the 80s, 90s, maybe actually 2000, gold went up from $450 to $1,000, and then everybody's coming and selling their jewelry. You couldn't sell any jewelry. Gold was too expensive. Diamonds were too expensive, but you could sort of buy it cheap. But anyway, I used to be on. People would think I'm a celebrity just because I bought 30-second commercials, okay? And I had a lot of them on the local stations. And so I was invited to be a judge at Little Darlings for for the girls. Vegas had I'm losing weight. Paul, you're losing weight.
Actually, I gained weight last
Did
month.
you?
Yeah.
Time to go back on Retta. How much does it cost to rent a scooter from? You can send me a message and I'll go ahead and go over that with you.
No, let's just go ahead and disclose it right now.
Well, there's no simple answer to that. Okay, they start at 2,000 pesos a month, and you go by week or month. I don't do rentals. Okay, and it goes up because it depends on what scooter, guys. Any old guys crash your bikes this week? Yeah, I have I hope he's not watching. Oh my God. I had a bike came back and every part of it was damaged. Holes, scratches, and hanging plastic, literally hanging. He says, "Can you fix up my bike?" He comes to make a payment, and he's drunk. Okay, and you could tell he's drunk. When he talked to me on the phone, I'm going to be coming by and make a payment. I said, okay, but I could tell he was talking a little bit drunk. I said, okay, well, just be careful. So he comes by with his girl. His girl he's older. His girl was in her 50s. Okay, not a girl, a woman. And he says, "Hey, you got some duct tape or something? I got something hanging."
Duct tape.
I go out there. Everything's hanging on the fenders are blown out. I says, "What did you hit?" I'm walking around this bike. I says, "You got a hole in the front. How'd you get a hole?" Okay. He says, "Well, do I have to pay for that?" What do you think? He says, "Well, can I just switch for another bike?"
Let me run that one for you.
Yeah. I says, "No." I says, "You're stuck with this one." I said, "I'm not going to have you damage another one."
Right.
He didn't get the jokes because he was still a little bit wasted. Yeah. But I'm going, dude, you have to pay for all this.
This guy's obviously driving drunk all day.
All day and night. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He was drunk in the morning. He came in the morning, 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, he's a pro.
And he's smoking cigarettes and he's drinking. Okay. And I'm going, please don't die before you make payment on this bike. Yeah. So he says, "Well, how much do you think it's going to cost?" I says, "Well, let's see. You got about $2,500 per panel, and I'm counting 6 panels so far that needs to be replaced. So we're already at about $12,500. I says, "More than the rental." I don't know what to do with him. I don't think he's going to pay. So yes. Oh, sounds like a big bike behind me. I got kicked out of the Horseshoe in 1969. The guy said, put out here, puck. What is that?
He was too young, so they said, "Get out of here, punk."
Yeah, I was at the Thunderbird and got kicked out. We were betting only on Yo 11 on the crap table. My dad said this is the system. He came up with this system.
Everybody's got a
This
system.
is a stupid system. So you count 20 times the dice roll, and at the 25th time, you start betting just on double sixes, okay? Or is that 11? Or whatever, 11. I don't, not double sixes, but I guess it's 11. I don't know. It's something on the, I don't remember, it's been a long time, but something that's 11, okay? You have to, and you always, and then somewhere around, if it hits between the 25th and the 50th time, each time you raise your bet. Now, you want it to hit before the 50th, okay? If it doesn't hit by the 50th, you have to start over and count again another 20 throws without betting. Well, they didn't like us betting that way because we were winning, okay? But you don't win a lot.
So your system worked.
It worked until at one time it went all the way to about 110 times. And we started betting a second time, so we were out 2 times. And finally I dropped the bet, and we were in the 20 to 25 no bets, and that's when it, 11 hit. But the interesting part is when 11 hits, you bet immediately again the second time because 11 hits twice in a row. I don't know why, but it did. Very common. But they threw us out. They threw my dad and me out. So I was young. I was probably under 20. So it's his money. I didn't care. So what do I know about money? I thought making $100 is a lot of money when you're 18 to 20.
It was.
Yeah, it was. Not anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah. And I remember, was it Barnaby something? Barnaby Coast?
Yeah.
What was the one with the big water wheel, like you were on a showboat?
Oh, that was the name
The
of
showboat.
it.
Yeah, that was a good one, too. They had a restaurant in there that was incredible, a steakhouse. It was very expensive. Very, very expensive steakhouse I remember my dad took me to. It was like $200. This is way back. $200 a person and they give you multiple courses and bring it out on silver trays, and you had tablecloths and silverware. It was down in the basement.
You'll never see that again, bro.
Yeah.
That's over.
No, you won't see that again. And who was there that we saw? Elvis Presley. Now, I don't know if it was an Elvis Presley look-alike or it was Elvis Presley. I couldn't tell you today if it was really Elvis Presley or not, because they had a lot of Elvis Presleys. You remember they had a lot of shows with Elvis? That were impersonators?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gone are the days. What are you going to do? Move on. Life is that way. Questions above. Okay, so we have to look for Rego Park, New York City.
Check out my 2 comment questions above. Okay.
Well,
we
let's
got to
see.
go back.
I don't know how far back it is. Why don't you say them again, Rego?
Oh, how did Paul and his girlfriend meet?
Okay. Where do you see that? Above or below or my?
Above. One up. Go up one more. No.
It moves too much. Okay. How did Paul and girlfriend meet? Well, wife. They're married.
Now we're wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a blind
I remember
date.
your story. Go ahead and tell
It was
it.
a blind date.
Yeah, and you.
I was the third wheel. I was out with a guy named Joe and his girlfriend Abby.
Yeah.
And Abby is May's best friend to this day. And of course, Abby wanted to know why I didn't have a girlfriend. And I said, because I'm not looking for a girlfriend, and blah, blah, blah. And she says, well, do you date girls? I said, yeah, I date girls. And she goes, well, I have a friend I think you might get along with.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be May.
But you were waiting for her, and she was late, and either you took off or you were about to take off.
That was
Later?
That was later.
Oh.
Yeah.
You got
she
annoyed.
She lived at a boarding house with her sister. And she was working as a caterer. And I would say, okay, I'm on my way to pick you up. And she'd say, okay. And so I figured she'd be standing out front, And 5 or 6 times in a row, I stood out on the bike in the heat.
Oh, it does get hot here.
Dude, it was summertime.
Yeah.
It was not pretty.
Yeah, you don't want to be in the
like
sun.
No shade.
You'll burn.
Go across the street and try to get under an awning while I wait. And finally, so I told her every time, I said, I'd be pissed when she came out. I go, when I say I'm coming, come outside. You're still dicking around, getting ready, doing what? What are you doing exactly? You've been off all day. So it was Filipino time, the usual shit. But I found it very disrespectful of my time.
Yeah.
And it really, really irritated me.
They don't look at it
We went
that
through
way.
this maybe a half a dozen times, I'll say. And then on time 7, I said, I'm going to wait 5 minutes for you this time. And I don't wear watches, but I looked at my phone. And 5 minutes went by, and I left. I went home.
Really?
Yeah.
You left it.
I left. Oh, well, I told her I was going to. That's fair. And when I did, I kept my word. I told her the truth. I'm not waiting more than 5 freaking minutes for you. And so she goes, I said, what are we going to do? I was blah, 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 blah. I said, we're not going to see each other because I'm not coming back down to pick your ass up. I'm home. Done. End of story.
No, you were living in Duma?
I was living in
or Red
Valencia.
Rock? Huh?
I was living in Valencia in a place called the Highland Towers, or Highland Villas.
Okay.
Off
And
on
she was
San
where?
Jose.
And she was
She
where?
was down in by the public market,
Okay.
little shithole of a boarding house.
Oh, with her mother and father?
Sister.
Sister, okay.
Her mother and father were in Chateau.
Okay.
Her and her sister shared a room because they were working as caterers.
All right.
And so anyway, about 45 minutes, she comes knocking on my door. She took a jeepney, a trike, a bike,
She didn't want to lose you.
her feet, whatever. And guess what? She never late again. When I said, I'm coming to pick you up, you've got 5 minutes or I'm going to leave. I think I did it one more time. And after that, no problem.
Yeah, because they have the term
You
Filipino
have to
time.
go. Yeah, my old boss used to say sometimes you got to clang their balls together to get their attention, and that's what I did to May. I had to take her balls and clang them together
Yeah, so
just
May's
to get
got
her
balls,
attention. Her ovaries.
It doesn't do any good with Carolyn. She fights back. She's an independent woman. I get annoyed, and she just gets annoyed back. And we end up in a big fight over nothing.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, she's feisty. I'll say, so that was the thing. When Dominic was sick, I said to her, why don't you get insurance? So I checked it in insurance. The insurance for him was 8,000 pesos a year, 100% coverage. And he was over at the hospital there for 6 days, I think. 6 nights, 7 days. It was 40-something thousand pesos. Okay? And I says, you still should get, she says, well, we don't need the insurance anymore. I go, what are you talking about? You think he's not going to get sick or hurt? He's a boy. He's a little boy. He's 6, 7 years. He's going to be 7 in June. I said, he's going to get hurt off of a bike.
And that's when insurance makes sense.
Yeah, I know. I said,
It doesn't make sense at our age because
all he
everything's
had to do was
excluded.
get his ID, national ID or something. I guess he doesn't have one. They have a problem because a lot of times for the province they have births, but they're not in a hospital, so you have no record. So I guess that's the problem, is that she had what do they call that when they do a birth inside of a home? They have someone that helps you birth. Anyway, so he doesn't have a record of being born. It's the weirdest thing here. But anyway, moving right along. So
Craig
by the
says
way,
it's $1.49, not 99. No, it's not. It's 99 cents.
yeah,
He's talking about my membership, I think.
I know he is, but he just
I have the
think he said
option
he just
to
joined.
go to $1.49, but I don't have that activated. I could go to $3.99, $9.99.
All right,
so-
you can do anything you want. You could do
I can
any
put
amount,
it to
yeah.
$99.99 if I wanted to. But I do 99 cents, bro.
Rio says, Monty
Shouldn't be
seems
that.
a bit better. I wonder how Jerry always is. He had 2 strokes there.
Jerry's doing horrible.
I'm sorry.
Jerry.
I don't know Jerry.
No, you don't know Jerry. Jerry's, I never see him or hear from him or talk to him
No.
or anything. But when he had these strokes, they were severe, man. I mean,
Really?
He would, like, give you an example. He couldn't remember, what's the example? I saw his wife videotaped it and showed it to me. He was walking out of a hospital having an exam, and we bumped into him there, talking to him a little bit. And he said to his wife, "What is this?" And she goes, "Oh, that's a hospital."
Really?
He goes, "Oh, yeah, hospital."
Oh, boy.
And then a car drove by, and he goes, "Now, what do you call that?"
Oh, wow.
Hey, a car, honey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. What's this? Well, that's a spoon. Oh, spoon. Okay. So he can't identify objects anymore.
Well, you remember John was pretty bad when he had his motorbike accident. They hit him from behind. He went flying 30 feet. He's come a long ways. He has cognitive skills now. He recognizes people, things. But when he first came into the ground zero after his bad accident, this is a couple of years back, he wasn't good at all.
No.
And I was worried about him, and he didn't know anything or anybody. He was drooling, I think. He's way better now, so maybe just in time.
Yeah.
Because your mind rewires. I went through a very bad accident, and I didn't remember anything of the past.
Well, there's a difference between getting hit and having a stroke or an embolism. I don't pretend to know what the difference is, but it seems like the stroke embolism thing. Embolism will kill you. That's what killed my first wife.
Okay.
She just had a vein blow up in her head at the age of 33.
That was my mom,
I woke
too.
up, and there's my wife dead in the bed next to me at 3 o'clock in the morning. Jesus. But that is what it is. But the brain damage thing, I think that's different. I think you do have an opportunity to kind of rewire and reprogram. And brain, the body's a remarkable thing. It'll take what it's got.
Well, they told me I'd never use this
stuff.
arm again. They said this arm is permanently disabled. You'll never have feeling in a gun. You'll never be able to do this or raise or. I can arm wrestle with this. This arm's stronger. My right arm's stronger than my left arm, but this arm got detached in an accident. It's pretty bad. And my legs were crushed, and they said, you're not going to be able to walk. And I go, oh, hell, I am. I ain't going to be in a wheelchair the rest of my life. And I was in a wheelchair for a long time, but I learned how to walk. It took a year or two. It took a couple of years, but you can. You can repair yourself.
Yeah.
So it does
Monty
work.
seems a bit better. He has his good days and his bad days. Monty.
Yeah.
He seems to be, he's invited me and other guys to go have breakfast now twice.
Oh, well, you haven't made it.
And he didn't make it.
Oh, he didn't make it. Oh, you made it. He did.
I didn't make it either because I told him I can't go.
Oh, okay.
He always calls like the night before or the day of, which is great because if I'm not doing anything, it's like, yeah, sure, I'll come down and see you guys. But I happen to have appointments those days. And so I didn't go. And then I talked to another guy that was there, and he goes, yeah, Monty never showed.
Yeah, I was hoping to see him.
And then Mike was supposed to go talk to Monty yesterday.
Yeah.
Monty said he wanted to talk to Mike about something. And Mike said, okay. So he called Monty up, and he goes, hey, when do you want to meet? And Monty said, I can't. I don't feel good.
Oh. So he has good days and bad days.
Yeah. More bad days now than good.
He was living at the Octagon.
Yeah, now he's having an apartment. He's got an apartment.
Yeah. So I was hoping, I thought I'd see him. We went Wednesday night. They play that, I don't know what they call it. I call it bocce ball.
Yeah, he's not at the Octagon anymore. No. He couldn't take the music.
A lot of guys hadn't seen me. I went over there, met a lot of guys. I don't get away. I didn't get away since before Vietnam, so a lot of guys didn't see me. They were shocked to see that my face was thinner. I still have a stomach, but my face is thinner. But and I can now see Charlie.
Can you?
I can see Charlie.
Stubby?
Now. Long time. I miss my old friend Charlie.
Yeah, Stubby.
Yeah, Stubby. I'm going to tell you something. It's interesting. I got to go here. Okay, we're going to go here, guys. I opened it up.
We're going to talk about boners or something.
So I looked it up on Chat GPT. Okay, everything's AI now. You notice everything is AI now? Yeah. Freaking everything. It's annoying, okay? But on top of that, I looked up on AI. Why not? You ask AI anything. You can ask AI if there's a God. Okay, you can ask anything. Okay? Yeah. So I asked, because it looked like...
Is there a God? Did you ask him?
There was AI. AI is God. His name is AI. Yeah. God AI. Oh, okay. So I asked AI, I says, it seems like the little guy's gotten longer, okay, bigger. And I says, I actually said, penis and blah, blah, blah. And I asked it, and it goes, well, yeah, how much weight have you lost? I said, at that point, I asked him, it was like 70 pounds. It says, yeah, you actually, you don't grow. You don't grow longer. You find that was lost.
Really?
You half an inch for every 30 pounds.
No kidding.
So they said, because, when you're fat, you got fat everywhere, including, I don't know what testicles, sac, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. And it says, and you lose it. You lose a half an inch for every 30 pounds you're overweight.
So when you had a fat cock.
I didn't have a fat cock. I had no cock.
And now he's thinned down, so he looks skinnier and longer.
It's longer.
It's optical.
It's not.
It's all optical.
It says, no, it didn't really grow. You just found what was missing, But I was going, well, that's cool because I have another 25, 30 pounds. I'll grow an inch. Well, I keep saying grow, but I'll find an inch and a half that's been lost for years. I'm going to be right up there, another 30 pounds, I'm looking for that next half an inch, right? When people say, how much more do you got to lose? I say, half an inch. I got a half an inch to lose.
Yeah.
But
when people say, how you doing with your weight? You just whip out little Willie and say, well, check that out.
Check
what do you
this
think
out.
about that, baby?
I got one that's flaccid now.
Go ahead, Touchy. Go ahead.
Go ahead. That's like when a girl gets her breasts,
enlarged.
Yeah, she'll show everybody the first few days. Look at, I got boobs. I got double D's.
Yeah, squeeze them. Go ahead, squeeze them.
Yeah, squeeze them. Oh, I've had girls that when I was taking Uber, they drop their top down. She says, "Go ahead, check it out. You just got the breasts. Okay, fine. Yeah, they feel real. Yeah, and then a week later. Get the fuck away from me. What are you looking at? Don't touch me.
Are up here.
Yeah, don't touch me. Oh, God. All right, what do we got here?
Okay, I got to check. Apparently, he says definitely 149. I just confirmed in subscriptions. Well, thank you for that information, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I've got to change that or fix that somehow. Because my whole thing is that it's 99 cents.
I wonder
I'm
if telling you,
change that.
If they're raising me from 25 pesos to 50, I'm out of here.
I know it would go from 25 to 35 at this rate.
So I'm sorry, that's too much. I'm too cheap.
I got to check it.
Paul, is your BGC
trip in the
still
works?
In the
no,
works?
I canceled that. That was supposed to be in December. Dude was giving me a free condo in BGC, and it was in December. It was an Airbnb.
I've never been there. Have you been there before?
No.
I've never been there either.
No. I'd like to go, but we were doing. It was in December, and something was going on with May's family in December, and I was sick in November, so we had a lot of shit that we were doing, and so no, we never made it there. I don't have any big urge to travel anymore.
Yeah,
to go see, like Scotty Boy and
he goes
Chad
all
Foster.
over. Yeah. He's on the run.
Friends of mine that go running around. It's like, man, I wouldn't trade my life for theirs for $1 million.
Well,
I love the setup that I have here.
You get burnt out. You will.
And just traveling out here, first of all, there's nothing that unique that you're going to see. You go over to Siquijor, it's cool because they got white sand beaches. We don't, okay?
Yeah.
That's nice, but once okay. Do I want to live on Siquijor? No.
You can go to Zamboanga and see beautiful beaches, and there's resorts there, and it's and you don't have as many power blackouts or a bunch of hippie kids. It's taken over. Siquijor is taken over by a lot of
man buns are all over there running around with their.
I heard there's something nicer than BCG up there, in Manila. I don't remember the name of the town. Maybe one of you guys know it.
Makati? Are you thinking of Makati?
I don't remember the name, to be honest.
I thought BGC was the top of the food chain.
It said, no, it's way above that. It's a really high-priced area.
Okay,
and it wasn't IT Park. It was another one.
I really have no interest in seeing that because it's like going to Beverly Hills or something.
Yeah,
and it's like stealing concrete and glass, Yeah. And it's like, I've lived that. I've done there. I've been there. It's,
If you want that, go to Singapore. You want to blow a lot of money, go to Singapore.
Yeah. I don't think it's a lot of money in BGC. I think it's probably 10-20% more than here. And, you could afford it. I could afford it. We could go there. But I don't want to live in a condo, and I don't want to live concrete jungle again, I like my setup here a lot.
This is like the human avatar. Going back, way back, I said Carolyn had her son, and he said it's a midwife, which is correct. When you have a child in the house, or I don't even think it was a house. I think it was just a province shack. Mm-hmm. That's when she had her son. It was a midwife. Yeah. And they didn't really register or anything. They don't do anything because they're out in the province. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have.
That's why we had a problem getting married because May's birth certificate was all whacked.
Yeah, we don't have a birth certificate for Dominic, so I don't know what they're going to do about that. But I guess that's common here. So
it is.
So she has to take him down, I think, to the BIR or something like that, and get him registered or something.
PSA. Philippine Statistics Authority.
Oh,
I think that's who you got to deal with. BIR is more taxes.
All right. Yeah. BIR is taxes. All right. Well, we caught up with everybody. Anybody have any questions for Paul or myself? Anything? Oh, you know what? I forgot to change something. Still have the Goldfinger.
I'm glad this guy told me about this $1.49 thing because that's my whole spiel.
I'm going to change something real quick. I still have the Goldfinger minute up there.
I do 99 cents.
I didn't realize we're at the Paul and Goldfinger show. There we go. We'll take off the Goldfinger minute. All right, there we go. We'll go back.
Oh, now that's over with, right?
Now that's over with. I got it right. I also did have your mic on.
It's 11:12.
Yeah, time
go.
flies when you're having fun. Guys, I think we covered everything. Unless there's something you guys need information on, come on out. The weather's great. If
Don't go to Vegas.
Yeah, I'm not going. I'm done with the U.S. Unless my sons need me. I'm pretty much done. Nothing there for me. Oh, look at Liberty Bells up there. Let's change it to a better scene. Now that we're done. Was there anything else, guys? For the fourth time now. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Hey, Danny. I love Danny.
Well, it's Danny DuBois.
Danny DuBois. Child can be registered at the local municipality. All right. I'm paying $1.07 here in Arizona.
I wonder if they're charging tax or something on that. That's my
I'm only
99
paying
cent
25
store.
pesos. What the hell's the deal?
Now that's here in the Philippines.
I know.
But these dudes have got something else going
What are we?
on.
Because we're a cheap crowd?
$1.07. That's not cool.
Laurel and Hardy. I don't know. What's that couple? Not Laurel and Hardy. We're like Ebert and what was that other guy? Ebert and something else. Remember those two guys that used to talk about critics about movies?
Oh, Siskel and Ebert.
Cisco and Ebert. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're more like Bert and
We
Ernie.
usually butt heads because I'll bring up the ebook. You just love that ebook. There he goes. Look at that face. Did you see that smirk? Thanks, Goldfinger and Paul. Cheers. All right. Watch you guys and grumpy old men in Thailand episodes. Make my week. Oh, wait. We do have a bunch. I didn't move the thing down. Do you have any concerns about side effects from peptides? We're not going to go into peptides now. Tirzepatide was 1,100. I think I jumped up.
Wait.
Let me go. I think.
Oh, yeah, those are old.
Those are old. I have
Yeah.
to move this down. Okay. I'm paying. Okay, yeah, I have to move down. It bounced up somehow.
Hey, cheers to you, boss.
You're welcome. There's still more.
Oh, it's Delta. Hey, man, Delta Chris.
Yeah, you have Delta Chris
Oh,
too.
slow hand. What's up, Daddy-O?
So I think we're pretty good. Got some
We
happy
saw
faces.
Delta Chris in Thailand. You met him there.
In Thailand, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
Yeah.
That's over 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I liked Thailand. I can't go back, but I liked it. But
What did you, I never did ask you or find out. We could go a little bit longer now that I'm awake. Vietnam, what was the pros? What were the cons? I know we talked about it on my channel.
I love Vietnam. Okay, the cons was the flight and the airport.
All right, well, you take that out of the equation.
If you take that out of the equation, I love Vietnam.
Let's rewind you a little bit.
All right.
Let's say you go back. At this time, being forewarned is forearmed. You book out of Cebu.
Yeah.
You go to Cebu. You got all your e-thing on the phone. You got your wackadoodle
I'd
this.
go right
your-
back to that same apartment.
Zippy zappy that, and your exit clearance, and all the other stuff you might need.
Yeah.
Your throwaway ticket. You got it all handled. Okay. So you do all your preemptive stuff, and you go right back to no problem getting through the airport, no problem getting through immigration. Go back to District 4 or wherever you were, or District 1, or you would maybe try. What's that place that everybody likes in
Da
Nang?
Nang
Da Nang
or
yeah.
Dalat. Those are the
Da
two big
Nang
ones.
is
I'd like
what
to
I
go
hear.
back to Da Nang.
I heard Da Nang is like half price of where you were
Isn't
at.
that crazy?
Yeah,
And it's
it's-
also a resort area. They have resorts and beaches there.
You know what the issue is with Vietnam is the visa. I think it's every 3 months you got to do a border run, and that
You
gets-
can't live there long
That gets
term.
old in a hurry. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you can't like retire there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm speaking out of turn. You can retire there. There are visas, but they cost money.
Big money, yeah.
Okay, so I don't pretend to know how much, but
And you have to have a certain amount of income. I started reading
either
some
it's
of
a
it.
business thing you can do,
Yeah,
and
it's a
all this
business.
and that, and you have an agency that does it for you.
Right.
It's
Same
kinda
as
like
Thailand.
like a JRC here that can
Yeah.
hook you up, and so I mean, shit. The long run, it might. So what? You got to invest some money up front. It's. I think it would be cool. The problem I had with Vietnam was the language.
Yeah, they're not learning.
But it
English.
was so clean and the food was so good. And
Food
it
is
was-
10 times
It was
healthier
so
than
modern.
Sorry.
I had 5G no matter where I went for $10 a month, and I loved it. And there was no scams there.
Right.
I never got scammed there ever.
No, they were all
There
very
was
nice. The people are
nothing-
very nice. I wish I didn't have to use Google Translate a lot, but I used Google Translate. It would just show them. I couldn't say the words.
Yeah.
But it would also talk. You could make it speak. I didn't get a couple of mistakes. One was spending a week in Ho Chi Minh, Saigon. That was a mistake. You can spend 3 days there, you see it all, okay? I should have gone there, and then I should have taken off to Da Nang or Dalat. Dalat's very close to Ho Chi Minh. The right things I did was I got an apartment by mistake, okay? But it was a wonderful apartment. Yeah. And then the other thing was I stayed outside of District 1, the city. It was just outside in District 4. And the food is incredible, and the prices are cheap. I can't imagine Da Nang being cheaper because it was so incredibly cheap.
Here's an answer. Right. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's okay.
It's Australian $1.49. Includes Australian GST / VAT.
Okay,
that makes sense. Okay. What does Paul think of Tatum? What's Tatum?
Did you never watch the video?
Oh, that dude.
Did you watch the very first one with the drip?
With the chick with the vape
Before that, the one before it.
And he was talking about how he had gonorrhea or something like that.
Did you watch that?
For a little while.
If you'd watched it, I should have put the middle and a clip of it for 15, 30 seconds in the front.
This guy's a train wreck. I said, this guy's going to be...
I'm going to have to redo that one. I'm going to take something out of the middle and repeat it in the beginning, and then you have to watch the video to watch.
What I liked about the guy was how transparent and honest and no filter.
Open.
And I liked that.
Open book.
I really dig that. It's much better than trying to put on some sort of mask or false persona. But his lifestyle, I felt bad for him because he's going down a path that's real dangerous out here, man. And there's, the girl he was with was obviously a lady of the evening.
And drug
addict and Shabu Town and all that kind of crap.
That's the
Coke thing. Nothing happens good when you get involved with a drug addict or an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Nothing good happens. Ever. It's just a train wreck. Now, that's a fun weekend.
He wasn't the sharpest tool, in the drawer.
No, I didn't pick up the fact
I think he said he's from Arkansas, if I remember right.
Yeah.
And he just...
Well, that surprises me because Arkansas boys are pretty down to earth and level-headed,
But he's a little bit wild card. He showed... I didn't show it to anybody. He sent me a video, which I have, of him when he was 16 to 17 and 18. Him and his friends, actually they were cousins, were doing crazy things. And they were copying these guys that were on TV. I don't remember offhand their name, what they were, but they were doing really stupid things, like really dumb things which you hurt or whatever.
Well, how old was he?
He's in his 30s.
No, but back then.
16 to 18.
Well, so did I.
Okay, I mean, really, way off.
No, I was really
jumping off of roofs.
Too.
Just really
everybody's 16 is a moron.
He did moronic stuff.
You're just a moron when you're 16.
Yeah.
Unless you're just super intelligent and chill. But no, all kids. I mean,
they would ride a bike and hit the curb and then end up in bushes.
Yeah.
And it was like cactus.
Yeah.
Like to see what it'd be like.
Yeah.
Just stupid shit.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, they did crazy stuff.
I used to do stuff with a skateboard that was, I mean, every day I had a new wound.
Yeah.
From trying to jump something or whatever.
Jump off of bridges into water.
Dude, it was just silly.
Just crazy stuff.
Hey, remember you used to jump off of roofs in the pools?
Yeah.
Yeah, parties.
Yeah.
Do all that sort of shit. I mean, you're inches away from breaking your neck.
My neighbor, we had power lines that went between the houses. Back then, we had walls, and they had houses with big backyards. And my neighbor had a pool in his yard. We just had, and he was cleaning his pool with that long pole, and the power lines were right there, and he actually got too close to the power line and got thrown 50 feet or so. He got hurt badly. But yeah.
Here's a couple of comments left.
All right,
Check out Malaysia. I agree. Lots of places to go, many English speakers, low cost. I think that's probably the shit, is Malaysia. That would be, if I was going to go anywhere, if you said, Paul, you could have a trip tomorrow, where do you want to go? I would say Malaysia.
Does Malaysia have Georgetown? Is that where Malaysia is?
I don't know.
I think it does, and they have. It's a British. I think it's a British colony. They speak very good English there, and it's very.
It's
nice.
A real mixture of Indian, Muslim, Christian.
Oh yeah, a lot of Muslim.
Americans, Pakis. It's just a melting pot, really. And what's cool about that, from what I understand, is all the food's very authentic. So if you want some shawarma, go to freaking Malaysia, baby. Or if you want Chinese food, they got Chinese town.
You're making me stop
Chinatown.
with the food. I
Huh?
haven't eaten. I'm hungry. Okay, hangry.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you, Paul.
Okay.
Rigo's still in the house. Paul says,
In the main cities like Cebu or elsewhere, have you ever heard of a road service plan like AAA? No. And boy, could we use it. That would be. It's kind of a blessing and it's kind of a curse. There's no tow trucks here, so it's like when
actually there isn't. That's true.
There's no tow trucks.
Yeah,
they're talking about booting. Okay, they do that in Thailand. They boot your bike,
really?
A car, if you don't park in the right place. They're real strict over there. But over here, they're talking about doing boots for people that,
Yeah, but we don't have.
But it won't get enforced.
Oh, yeah.
It just depends on what day.
Here's another one for you.
Okay, Paula, you and May still going to build a house eventually. Yep. I was going to talk about that today, but we got off on peptides.
Go ahead.
So now we're out of time.
Who said we're out of time?
I came with
You're retired.
I had, but I got
here at 10.
I got a woman waiting for me at home. And
all right. Well, I guess we'll have to.
But anyway, May got the.
Jackass,
she went through her class for electric. You have to go to a class to get electric out here. You have to go to a seminar.
I don't understand. To get electric what?
To the property. To get a.
You got to go to a class.
Yeah, a seminar, 4-hour seminar.
Why? What are they going to teach you?
Because people like May didn't grow up with electricity. And I think it's smart.
So what do they teach you? Not to stick a...
You can't put a hairdryer in a bathtub with you. Kind of stuff like that. Because they don't know.
They don't have GFIs here. You
don't put your tongue in a socket.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
Stuff like that. And so May enjoyed it. She
really?
said, "Wow, the seminar was a lot of fun. I asked all these questions."
Why did you go, Paul?
Yeah. She's got a certificate. She's all proud.
She's got a certificate. I passed
she can put it up on your wall
safety
like you.
Course.
And then
why don't they have one for motorbikes and helmets, and footwear?
Huh?
They don't have anything safety classes for motorbikes, scooters.
Yeah, you're right. They don't have any driving.
They'll
scooters.
literally have their helmets sitting on the handlebars while they're zooming down and cutting in and out. Yeah. And then you look at they're either barefoot or they have sandals on. I mean, Jackass was the one.
They're booting cars in Bohol. Wow.
Where we jumped out. The booting bars in Bohol.
This guy jumped off of a train bridge in the Mississippi River.
Yeah,
see?
We all did
Jackass. Yeah, that was their show.
Yeah, Jackass was the show.
So anyway, on the house build, we're now investigating. I got JR turned me on to this dude that video chatted me a couple days ago. He's built 3 houses.
Oh,
and he turned me on to this new type of block. Not new, but different type of block. You know how they use hollow block?
Yeah.
Okay. I forget the name of it.
It's an interlock block, maybe?
No. But it's on my messages, and I actually put it into Gemini, which is my version of ChatGPT.
Okay.
Gave me a complete rundown of it. So it's this block, and it's bigger than a hollow block, and it's solid.
Okay.
Okay, it's made of a different composite.
All right.
So it's more expensive than a hollow block is.
Okay.
But in a real short, if you take a hollow block at this height and drop it on the ground, it's going to break in two, or just crash.
Or dust. I've seen it. I've turned into dust,
turn
sand.
into smoke. Yeah. Now you take this other new and improved aggregate or something like that. Anyway, you drop that puppy, nothing.
Do they add foam to it to insulate it?
No. But the bottom line on it is that it's bigger, yet it's a lot lighter.
Really?
It's got more insulation power, so it'll cut your heating down by about 30%.
Okay, so it is a better insulator.
And, yeah, big time. And noise reduction about 20 to 30%. This is just in your walls. And it only takes a thin coat of cement, not a big glob of it. Okay, and you set that down, and it's lighter, even though it's bigger. It's perfectly square, and it's bigger than the hollow block, but it's lighter. Here's the bottom line with this guy. He says you spend more up front, but you don't need to buy as much cement. You don't need rebar because the thing's so
There's
strong.
no hollow, yeah.
It's not hollow.
Yeah.
And the guys that will build, let's just say they do all the walls in a house in 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
He built one house with this new stuff. The guys had all the walls up in 3 days.
Oh, very good.
Because they're
So
easy
you're
to lift.
But labor's cheap, but you're saving some labor.
Yeah, but you're using so little materials. You put that puppy down there, and the guy has to be skilled. Okay, he has to know how to work with this stuff.
All right.
And then after that, you just skim coat it. There's no more cement involved.
Like a scratch coat. Yeah.
And skim coat, and then you paint it.
Okay.
And so it makes for a stronger house. It makes for a more insulated house, quieter house.
What about electrical?
Easier for the
or
guys
plumbing?
to use. We haven't got that far yet. So May and I have to still get plans drawn. So that's our plan beginning of next week. We're going to go out to Downland, which is where our property's at. We're actually going to cut the property in half for our house because it's so much. We got so much land.
Really?
And then we're going to build 2 rental units behind it.
Okay.
And that's going to be her
So you
income.
actually have to divide it, or you just paper cut it?
No. I don't have to divide it unless I sell it.
It's just basically on drawings.
Yeah. It's my house, or it's her land.
Okay.
It's okay. I have to always clarify that. We can't own anything out here,
Right.
even though I do own the building. Okay, and I have full rights and
Let's take
privileges
your
to it
toilet
because
with
that's
you.
all in
Take
writing.
your-
And
take
I've
your
got my
CR
ass
with you.
covered legally like you wouldn't believe.
Sure you do.
But I don't. It's not that I don't trust May.
She'll tell you
So-
to take your CR and get. Okay. So, do they have dual pane glass windows or
Yes.
triple? They do
Yeah.
have it.
Yeah.
I wish this house had that.
So here's this my real short answer to this guy's question is, what I want to do is I don't want to hire a contractor because their markup is 35%. And I think that I can find the guy that will first move is to move the dirt and raise the elevation and pack it down before you put the foundation. So we'll do that. We have to have the drawing, of course, by an architect.
They build they still do a footing, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you know how deep a footing they put?
I don't.
Right.
And then the foundation will go in. And
So
then
if they don't use rebar, how do they keep
they dig a, what do you call it, a septic tank,
Yeah,
water tank. I mean, all these different moving parts.
Here they build them on site.
But what you mentioned a good thing, which was the windows.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is I want to get a guy that knows how to build the walls. Hire. He might have to ship his ass in from another island. It's fine with me. Pay them extra money. Pay more than the average bear, and you'll get much quality work, much better
Okay.
work. I'm finding all these things out as I move along, and I talk
about
to
solar?
dozens of people. That's something you can do now or later.
Okay.
Same thing with a pool. You can do
You
it
don't have
now
to pre-
or later.
you don't
Depends
need-
on the budget. You know, how big
know.
do we go? How much
But you
are we
need to
spending?
pre-wire it for solar or pre-do something?
Well, yeah, there is a thing that you have to have conduits that are set up to
Yeah.
take it, but everybody that builds knows how to do that.
Okay.
So, yes, you can come in later. But you're
They don't
right.
have-
There does have to be a pipe thing to run the
Right.
wires down and out to the wall.
And they don't have pre-made septic tanks, do they? They build them on
Not
site?
to my knowledge.
They
no.
build them on site and block.
Yeah, you just dig the hole, and
Dig the hole
it's
and
4
build it on
stages
site.
or 3
Okay.
stages, depending on what you're doing.
Yeah.
And so you dig the holes and you get that thing going. That's concrete, too.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's kind of where we're at. But when you bring up windows, I want to do windows. I want a window guy who does nothing but windows. And I want to do dual pane. They're more expensive, but once again, in the long run, they're quieter and they keep the heat out.
All right. Well, that sounds
Yeah.
good. What else we got? Anything else?
Starkin blocks. I wish I should tell you what this is. Smart move this time, Paul. Climate strong for Pinoy house. Amen. Let me tell you what that stuff's called.
He's saying aircrete. Somebody else
It
saying AAC blocks.
What is it?
AAC blocks?
That's it.
There you go.
That's it. I don't have to
So
look
somebody
it
else
up.
knows about it. Smart knows about this.
AAC blocks.
So
Yeah.
he says there's AAC blocks and there's aircrete.
Yeah, that probably means the same thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's right. You're saving labor. You're saving material.
All
Because paying a guy for 3 weeks or paying a guy for 3 days
Yeah.
to put up all your walls.
That's amazing. But
So
I
pay
like,
more for the quality.
if you
shit.
don't have rebar in the bottom and you have a footing, how do you keep the walls on that footing? What if the walls?
I don't know.
Like if you get a big, I don't know, tornado or something. I don't know what you call it, strong wind or something. I mean, would the wall, could it move? I mean, how does it stay on the footing? Or maybe they put the first block in the footing, so it's cemented in the
I don't
footing.
know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know anything about building a house.
All right. Anyway.
That's why I have to rely on someone that does and can advise me, and we'll just take it one step at a time. So once we get this done, the good news about May and I is we're in no rush.
Yeah.
You know, the other guys, they want to hurry up and get it done on a timeline. 9 months, 9 months, 9 months, or a year, and they're push to get moved in. Man, I don't give a shit. Our rent's so cheap where we're at.
There's another one.
We just want it built right, you know.
Another one guy says it's called Starkin blocks.
I never heard of Starkin blocks.
Smart move this time, Paul. Climate strong for Pinoy house. You mean what you're saying, you say what you mean. Look forward to my retirement age.
I will look that up. See, this is what I like.
Starkin blocks. Write that down.
I like this. I'm going to put it in my notes.
Yeah.
See, I go to guys like this.
God, 11 degrees in New York. I don't like the cold. It's not happening.
Starkin blocks.
Check out Starkin blocks. Similar idea and even easier to use. Caribbean construction out of Batangas. So take a picture of that one. You can check it out.
Yeah, I'll just write it in my notes.
In footing, rebar in footing. Well, there might be rebar in the footing, but what holds the wall to the footing? That's all. My question is, I don't know. Well, we are going to have to call it quits because I got a bunch of people that's been sending me messages, and I'm going to have to answer them. Unless you want to go on yourself. I learned my lesson as a kid by putting a screwdriver in the socket without the past the candle at the end. Without the past the candle at the end. I'm not quite getting that one, but Wisconsin's 1 degree. Oh, hell no.
God love you guys.
Okay, good luck with that. I hate the cold. Okay. I don't even like air conditioning.
Rebar in the footing.
You know, I've been here 3 years. I don't really don't like air conditioning too much anymore.
No.
I got used to the heat.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
We just run fans. You can't go. I just joined.
Well, I'm sorry. You'll have to play back for the last couple hours, so... I started at 9, so I've been at this for 2.5 hours. It's almost time, guys, to call it. Not ideal for,
yeah, I'm not
ideal
doing
for
a two-story home. I'm doing a single story.
You still stay in touch with Ali?
No, I don't.
He did a fancy schmancy house. I remember that house. I remember that one that you did. Okay, guys, great discussion once again.
Thanks.
All right, thank you everybody for watching.
Adios, muchachos.
We're gonna go ahead and call it an end. We're gonna end the stream.
I'm gonna go measure Goldfinger's schlong for you. So
he's
he
off
has
to the CR.
I'll validate
CR. it. Sitting here in Georgia, heater under my feet. Guys, we're going. I love you all. Thank you very much. We're gonna end the stream. Here's the question: when I end the stream, does it actually stop?
You're asking me with all this shit in front of me? I know on my phone I push that button and it's over with. Okay, over here you got 17 components.
Looks like it